Hey, Tanu, I need cash and there is no ATM around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS? I said I need cash. What is it about POS?
Judy, you can get your cash through the POS. All you need to do is to visit any EcoBank Express point or petrol trade gas station and request to use the POS. Guess what? It can also take other bank cards.
Oh, widow. You mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I'll just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank and innovation that real 5 and 6 so.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
I say, my people, First National Savings and Loans Liberia not do it again. Oh, I say, my people, y'all listen. First National Savings and Loan Liberia not do it again. Oh,
but when I come, why you shouting all around the place like you not found bank manager well so?
Namo, even if I found bank manager well, I would be very happy.
Like how now?
Because all the things that the First National Savings and Loans Liberia doing, it will really take away our stress. Oh.
In what way it will take away your stress?
Look, Namo, if you're looking for a good place to save your money you suffer for, or you want your money to receive good interest over a period of time, then go to the First National Savings and Loans Liberia. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, you can open savings account, current account, church savings, Susu savings, and mobile banking. You will get account SMS alerts right away, meaning as soon as you save the money, you will get a message on your phone right away that you not save the money.
So Goku, the way you not do all the fancy then so what should do now if I want to open my own account?
Nambo, when it comes to opening a saving account for church, school, and organization, you can call them and they can open the account for you right to your own house, school, church, or organization. If you want to pay your children's school fees, you can also do it when you call them too. Try to join them to make things easy for yourself.
I rather missing good in you.
Also, First National Savings and Loans Liberia can offer you different ways to do what the poor people call fixed deposit, or to keep your money starting from 13% per annual, meaning per year for Liberian dollars deposit, and 10.25% per annual, meaning also per year for United States dollars deposit for what the poor people call fixed deposit. First National Savings and Loans Liberia. We are located on 10th Street, Sinker. Better still, you can call us on 0779 206 231 or 0886 027 466, and we will come to you. First National Savings and Loan Liberia is a microfinance deposit taking institution. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, we put you and your business first.
Tired of waiting forever for a car? Need a ride that's fast, safe, and reliable? Say hello to NASA Ride, the smarter way to move around Monrovia. With NASA Ride, you are just one tap away from comfort. If it's work, school, or a night out with friends, go for NASA Ride. Our drivers are trusted, our fares are fair, and your safety comes first. NASA Ride makes my life easier. No stress, no hustle, just ride and relax. Car rental, pick and drop, airport transfer, luxury ride, 24/7 services, daily and hourly rental. NASA Ride, located 3rd Street in Cinco, adjacent Telecel Liberia. Call 0773-882-264 or
0887-221-196.
Download NASA Ride app on Google Play Store or Apple Store. Book in seconds and enjoy the ride you deserve. Remember, wherever you are going, NASA Ride takes you there. NASA Ride, your city, your ride. NASA Ride, fast, reliable, and safe.
Looking for the best in tiles, face basin, bathroom and kitchen accessories, and camos? J-Rack Incorporated has got you covered. We are located on 16th Street in Cinco, Monrovia. and a branch in Caldwell, right by Cape Funeral Parlor. Jacuzzi top for 8 to 12 persons, all from Twyford and Francia brand. Quality, you can tell. Paints of all kinds, freezers, big and small, electronics and more. We have it all. Call J-Rack Incorporated today. 0886 628 218 0770 628 128. Don't delay. We are just a call away. J-Rack Incorporated. Your home, our passion.
Sandra, where are you going?
To the next water and sewer office to pay my bills.
But you live not too far from Pinsville City Hall.
Yes, but water and sewer got no office in that area.
Oh, so you don't hear the news yet?
What news?
The Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation has a new cashier center at the Pinsville City Hall where all LWSC bills can be paid daily, Monday to Friday, from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m.
What? So you won't tell me I've been wasting time on this road waiting for back when I could just walk to the Pinsville City Hall to pay my water bills?
Enjoy improved, efficient, and convenient financial services at the new LWSC Cashier Center, recently opened at the Pinsville City Hall for our value customers, mainly people living in the vicinity. For more information, call 0777-464-171, 0886-616-767, 0886-617-200, or our orange call-free number 5972.
Are you seeking financial empowerment, dreaming of building your future? Then your solution is Bokonjide Group of Companies. Bokonjide, your trusted partner in microfinance, construction, and general services. We provide microfinance for many institutions like House of Representatives, the Liberian Senate, National Port Authority, Governors Commission, LRA, Gender Ministry, Corporate Development Authority, GAC, and Auto Lines Ministry and Agency, with a percentage range from 15% to 20%. At Bokonjide, we understand your aspiration, your goals, and your dreams. That's why we offer tailored microfinance solutions designed to uplift individuals and communities alike. Whether you are an entrepreneur with a vision or a family aiming for a better tomorrow, our microfinance services pave the way to financial independence. But that's not all. Bokonjide Group of Companies doesn't just stop at microfinance. Our expert construction team brings your architecture dreams to life. From residential to commercial projects, we craft spaces that inspire, innovate, and endure. And when it comes to general services, Bokonjide is your one-stop destination. From facility management to logistics, we ensure seamless operation every step of the way. With our apartment rental and furnished apartment for long and short-term stay, you will enjoy the luxury of comfort. Join the thousands who have entrusted their dreams to Bokonjide. Experience unmatched professionalism, dedication, and integrity. With Bokonjide Group of Companies, your success is not just a goal, it's our mission. Visit our Capitol Building office or find us in the Royal Garden Plaza on Crown Hill Broad Street, or call today 0770-520-958 or 0777-017-603 or 0886-622-599 or email Bokonjide Group of Companies at gmail.com. Bokonjide Group of Companies, microfinance, construction, general services, your partner in progress. New day, do something.
Oh yes, Bokonjide Group of Company. Tell Elton Jones, OKFM sent you. Good morning, welcome to the show. Welcome to the OK Morning Rush. Today is Thursday, and it's the 2nd of April. After all, you remember yesterday when I was talking about colder message, I was talking about April Fool. A lot of people got fooled. I don't know why, but nobody's a giant in this one. Sometimes the moment you think you're so smart, that's when somebody's going to get you to walk somewhere or do something else. Somebody attempted on me twice yesterday, but they couldn't hold, At least 13 people were killed and dozens others wounded by a series of powerful explosions at an ammunitions depot in Burundi's largest city, Bujumbura, the army has said. It said in its latest update that 57 people, including 3 soldiers, were wounded. Houses and private vehicles were damaged, while military equipment and facilities were destroyed by the blasts, it added. The explosion erupted late on Tuesday at a facility located in a suburb of Motsuga and were caused by an electrical fault, an army spokesperson had said earlier. South Africa's army has officially been deployed to several parts of the country to help overwhelmed police clamp down on violent crimes, including illicit mining and gangs. When I heard about the gangs thing in South Africa, I started to think about what is the name of this country? I just forget it. Where Wackler Jam is from. There are a lot of gang issues over there. The gang overwhelmed the state and the state security apparatus. President Cyril Ramaphosa earlier this year announced the deployment of 2,200 soldiers to 5 of the country's 9 provinces hardest hit by criminal activities. Oh, wow. And we are told that there are celebrations all over the Democratic Republic of Congo because the country, they have even declared a national holiday there after the country reached World Cup for the first time in 52 years. Authorities in the Democratic Republic of Congo have declared Wednesday, that's yesterday, a public holiday after the national football team qualified for their first World Cup in 52 years. The Leopards reached the finals on Tuesday when Axel Tanzibi's extra time goal gave them a 1-0 win over Jamaica in the playoff. So one of the players came back home, managed to help the country win abroad, and started recruiting a lot of other potential, players from DR, but who were playing other parts of the world, and so that is how it is. 8 o'clock this morning, a Liberian will be here. His name is Norotwala Bonwal. He is a writer, a strategist, an advocate. He's written a book. The book is called Reform. This is the book. Bonwal will be here to talk more about this book. He will talk a little bit about himself, and he will talk about his book. 8:15, he will be here to talk to us about his book. What is it? What reforms are we talking about here? And all these things we'll talk. And then Representative Small Moluba of District 2, Montserrat, will come in at 9 o'clock. Did he write a letter to investigate Representative Yeke Koluba? For what? Did Yeke violate any of the rules or any law? And how far, what are the implications? And all these things, he will come. So we talk about it. I say this because I see it write a lot about the situation, about patriotism, voices, the laws, and all these things. Small Mulba will be here 9 o'clock for us to talk about it. And, I just like to say good morning to all of you, wherever you find yourself this morning, whatever you are doing. I like to say good morning. Most of the schools, the kids are now on Easter break. At some point, take some of the kids, in the village. Let them see where the parents are from. Let them know where you are from. It's a good thing. Let them see their grandparents. Let them go to grandma. Let grandma speak the dialect to them. Let them understand. Sometimes they will have an appreciation of what life is when you take them to your home, and you show them around. How you grew up, where you grew up, the terrain you grew up. So because sometimes the kids grow up in a place in Moravia, in a home in Moravia, and probably they see you as the mother or the father driving, getting in your car, driving to work every morning, and they think you got there, just automatically. So sometimes you need them to have an appreciation. You need to explain to them how you grew up. Sometimes when you take them to these places, when they come back home, everything about them will change. They will have a lot of appreciation. Sometimes these kinds of season, I know is short. Most of the schools closed yesterday. Some of them closed on Monday, and they are going back to school either on Monday or Tuesday. It's just a week, in some cases 5 days. But at least sometimes you just take them to your village and say, look, this is where I was born. This is where I grew up. This is where your grandfather is from. Even if the parents are not around, except that some of us are from plenty of places. I don't know how we'll do it. Maybe we'll just divide it. I take some people to Riverside. I take some people to Bassa. Take some people to Nimba, and then Nimba is where most of my siblings are, so we take some people to Pong, and we just divide everything. But it's good. It's always good to be here. Now, Mr. Jonathan Weedor, W-E-E-D-O-R, Mr. Jonathan Weedor has taken over as the acting chairperson of the National Elections Commission, because that was what his nomination says. He will act in that capacity until the Senate can return from its recess. The Senate does confirmation. The Senate is currently on break. So Mr. Weedor will serve as acting chair of the National Elections Commission until when the Senate returns, then he goes for confirmation. When he gets confirmed, then he can now go for appointment letter from the office of the president, and then subsequently he will get commissioned, take the oath to serve as chairperson of the Elections Commission. Since his nomination was announced by the president through the executive mansion, there have been multi-dimensional views in the public about his nomination. A lot of people believe that, you cannot question Mr. Weedor's education. You cannot question his competence. You cannot question his technical capacity to chair the National Elections Commission. Why? Because he's sat in some of those seats before. He worked with the Elections Commission before. He's one of our best when it comes to elections conduct. So he's been there. But I think what people questioning is the role he played, the roles he played after leaving the Elections Commission, or particularly some of the role he played in 2023. I think that's what people question, because somebody who is supposed to be chair of the National Elections Commission is supposed to be publicly seen as a neutral person. Neutrality, yes, neutral person, but as an objective person, because sometimes I believe nobody is neutral. But you got to be objective, right? I said nobody is neutral because all of us can vote. The fact that I can vote, the fact that you can vote, it means everybody have a side. Because we are all Liberians, we have to vote. We may necessarily not be political people to be wearing political party t-shirts. We may not hold memberships in political parties, but we can vote because we are Liberian. That right, nobody can take it away from us. The moment we reach 18 and above, our law says we can vote. But when you are seen demonstrating, when you are seen publicly, associating, campaigning, leading the effort, leading the charge for a political party, and people see you nominated in those kinds of positions, then everybody believes that, this guy, yes, he could be neutral, but he's not going to be objective in that position. Why? Because he's had a side already. I think this is where most of the talks are coming from. And yesterday I invited Rodney, so I couldn't talk. I didn't want to jump into the discussion and some of the questions I wanted to ask him. But I remember when Councillor Jerome Kokoya had contested in Bon County District 1 against then Deputy Speaker Topa Molba on the ticket of the Unity Party. He was defeated, and then right after the elections, I think in 2012, President Sirleaf appointed him as chair of the National Elections Commission. These kinds of same problem came about. He had to subsequently resign from the party because that's a provision of the law. But here's another thing a lot of people saying, right? In the past, people frown at it. It seems it is still repeating. Must we get to the stage where, okay, the man is a Liberian, he gets appointed, even though he associated with the United Party or whatever political party, but he will resign because of what the law says. Must we always get people to resign and take oath because we want to put them to the Elections Commission? Are we saying there are not thousands of other Liberians in the country who are qualified? Is Mr. Widow the only person who knows about elections and its conduct in Liberia? Are there now other people? Why do we want to bother our head with the breading of, okay, when we appoint, even though the issue will come up, but you will have to resign and, you will have to take oath. Could we do it differently? Could the president just say, you know what, appointing this man that play a major role in my elections, it will bring some public issues. I'm not going to appoint him. I'm going to appoint somebody else. There are people in this town that you appoint, the whole country celebrates. So why we have to go back to, all right, let's appoint him. He will, even though he's a party president, but he may have supported us, but we know the law provides that he can resign, so he will take an oath, blah, blah, blah. The city, Tipla Reeves ran on the CDC's ticket before. And that is the reason why when she got appointed, a lot of people criticized it. Was it possible for President Boakai to do it differently? Yes. To say, well, when Jerome Kokoya was appointed by President Seli, people raised eyebrow. When Tipla Reeves was appointed by President Weah, people raised issue because she contested on CDC ticket. I'm not going to appoint anybody that will make that play active role in 2023 on whatever side. I'm not going to appoint anybody. I'm going to appoint somebody who everybody would think they are neutral. I'm going to appoint somebody maybe from the civil society. I'm going to appoint maybe a lawyer. I'm going to appoint somebody whose name will excite the whole country. And everybody will say yes. Because you see, elections are a crucial thing. People got to trust the caliber of people who go in there. There was a time there's a particular guy called Flaw or somebody, one of the guys over there. There were a lot of controversy around that guy, but he just. So I thought it would have been good for the president to do it differently. Yeah, Mr. Widow has been appointed. He will get confirmed by the Senate. I want no secret about it. He will get confirmed. But, and like I said, people are not questioning whether he knows it. If it is the issue of whether he knows the job or not, Mr. Widow, nobody, you can challenge him on the basis of his qualification, his competence, and everything. That's not the issue. The issue is the roles he has played in the recent politics, in the recent history of our politics. Should not even point there. But again, our politics being the way it is, the whole defense will be, but the law provides that, my man, the man can tell, you can resign from our party. And then I'm seeing that the Liberia National Union of Clarence Montefiore say, we endorse the man. Yesterday somebody sent me a text, said, no, the man is not a UP man. He may have supported Boakai, but he's a Leno man. Then I see the people issue statement last evening. They say, we endorse the man. The man needs endorsement from your side. But must you even write a statement of endorsement as if what people say not even enough? You say, let politicize it more. Send a man, I want our political party president. Let the party issue statement that will trust the man. Must you even issue statement? Because the role the man is going to play, he doesn't need any political party endorsement. It's not, he's appointed by the president, but it's not a political position. He's going to serve a position where he got to be objective. So even if he came from your political party that people are already talking about, are you really forced to issue statement of endorsement? We endorse the man is qualified. We know in his town that he's qualified to even be chair of the Elections Commission, but people holding him on the basis of accountability. Must he even issue statement? But again, this is it. this is it. Yesterday, these are some of the reasons some people in the country can think nothing will change anytime soon. And sometimes when you say, I understand how the people that support the government can feel, I understand how they think, oh, maybe you're trying to make it look like the government, nothing changing. I understand, power. I mean, nobody want to leave their office. No assistant minister want to be former minister now. No minister, no managing director. Ahead of 2029, after 2029, people still want to remain in their post. I can understand that's the reason why the very thing some of the people who are in the government criticize in the past, they will never criticize it. They will hate people like us hard. They will say a lot of things because they don't want you to put your mouth in certain things. But even though if you place your mouth, if you put your mouth in those things yesterday, they were the same people celebrating you. There is something particular that President Weah used to do that I believe President Boakai has just repeated. During the George Weah regime, a lot of people, including me, we beat President Weah here because we said he was just appointing a lot of the people in the government from the southeastern region of the country. Even though the southeast is not a particular county, it's a composition of almost 5 counties: Sino, Maryland, Grand Jide, River G, and Grand Crew. But we said, hey, President Weah, but the CDC government and southeastern government, huh? We criticize Weah for that. We said, look, the government is not meant to be the framers of our constitution. That is not the original idea. That was not the original idea. They meant that the government should benefit everybody. So a lot of people from the different regions of the country should be appointed in the government. But we said, President Weah, you are not doing it so. We used to beat George Weah every day. George Weah found out minister that was Samuel Towe. Samuel Towe, I think, is a grill man. Samuel Towe either comes from River G or Maryland, one of them. That was Minister of Finance. He was Southeasterner. Samuel Towe, central bank governor, well, initially he appointed Patriot, but the longest serving president was Nathaniel, Aloysius Talu, the man. Aloysius Talu was from Grand Jide County. So Samuel Towe was from Maryland or River G. I'm saying all because I'm not sure. Samuel Towe was from Maryland or River G. Aloysius Talu was from Grand Jide, central bank governor. The LRA Commissioner General, may his soul rest in peace, a very decent man, decent big brother. The late Thomas Dona, I am sure, was from Sino or Grand Crew, one of them, but he was a crew man. So the Minister of Finance was from Southeast. The Central Bank Governor was from Southeast. How do you call it? The LRA man was from Southeast. Who else? Elections Commission Chair? I will say that one. Debieta Brown Lasana. I'm sure she may have been born in Muslim Rattle, but I'm sure she's from Maryland. The Browns. I'm sure she's from Maryland. But what I'm saying, so we beat George Weah. We say, oh, most of the men appointed, especially the key people, the Minister of Finance, Southeast, LRA Commissioner General, Southeast, Central Bank Governor, Southeast. But look at, few years later, we have surfaced again. What's happening? The Minister of Finance, Egosin Kwe Gafwan, Lofa. The Central Bank Governor, where he needs Samoa, Lofa. The LRA Commissioner General, Double Jala, Lofa. Now the designated Elections Commission Chairman, Wido, Lofa. After criticizing George Weah, for appointing people in those key positions, are all from the southeastern region of the country. Few years later, President Boakai becomes president of the country. And all the people, at least Samuel Towe, at least George Weah only were from the southeast, but they were not from one county because the southeast is a composition of different counties. They were from Sino, Grand Gile, Maryland or Ruwaji. You know, they spread it out, but at least all of them were from the southeast. But President Bouaga, all of them are from Lofa. They're not even from the north central region. Pon Nima, Lofa, they're not even from the north central region. All of them from one county. Gafwa is from Lofa. Samoa is from Lofa. Wido is from Lofa. Double Jala is from Lofa. Few years later, all of them from Lofa. These are the places, these are the small things. These are the places sometimes people can look and break them down. Then they can say, so what new? What's new? What's going to change? What's new? Who's going to come to do it differently? That's how we have. Those are the things we have to face, and that's just the fact. There's nothing about lying about it. That's just the fact. George Weah was beaten here for that kind of thing. We say the whole government, was turning it to Southeast government. I'm not talking about cabinet ministers because sometimes you don't know people. I don't know most of the people homes cabinet ministers. I know some of them. O'Reilly. I can say the person from the county, but I just wanted to focus on those positions because those are key, crucial positions that George Weah did the same thing in the government, and we held him real. We used to beat him for, but then we come back again. We see President Bouaga repeating the same thing, and I insist that for Bouaga, all of them from one country. George Weah, they were from the southeast. You know. So that's it. Maybe we can focus on it. Maybe we need to drop, maybe I need to just, let me just drop the Elections Commission thing. Because if the argument, it will really go into that argument about Wida, I am sure now that, technically we'll say he from how they call it, Bapulu. Because, you know, Bapulu came out of Lofa, right? The same way Ruwaji. So okay, let me lean up because right now I think he's from Bapulu. They used to call it Lower Lofa, but let me lean on saying Bapulu as a county. So let's leave Widow up. For the sake of argument, let's put Widow aside. Because the Elections Commission, we'll say he's from, you know, but I know originally, you know, because anybody who was born prior to Grand Bassa prior to Riverset becoming Riverset, you say, the person from Bassa, but now it's Riverset. So when it comes to that, let's be clear about that. So let leave him out because he's now from Bapulu. I am very, very sure. I will still check, but I think I just grabbing myself on something. I think he's from Bapulu. But Bapulu used to be Lower Lofa, but for the basis of strong argument, let's just say he's from Bapulu. So let's put him aside. Even though that's the same region over there. Because if I want to talk about Southeastern region, to hold George Weah responsible for that, maybe I can include Bapulu. I say, but at the same region. But no, let's take Bapulu, all right? But others can stay argue that, no, you can't, when they say Bapulu, Lofa, that is simply mean all of them for that side. But let's take it off because Bapulu is part of Lofa again. But the Minister of Finance, the ARA Commissioner General, the Central Bank Governor from Lofa, George Weah, they were from the Southeast. What's the difference? What's the difference? Okay, let's go. Let's move on. We'll take our guy when he comes. That is somewhere around 8:15. We'll take him. The Solicitor General from the country from Lofa. The Solicitor General Liberia from Lofa. We are Solicitor General from Southeast. Serenian Cephas. Seaman Serenian Cephas. We're from Southeast. Joseph Bouaga's Uno Serenian Cephas. He's from Lofa. The Solicitor General, Serenian Cephas, George Weah. And the man I grow, man, I think from Bapulu, not Bapulu, but they can't say Ruwaji. Serenian Cephas, I'm sure from Ruwaji. So he was from Southeastern region too. Joseph Bouaga, Uno Serenian Cephas too from Lofa. Let's leave that team, man. Let's leave it. The man was from Ruwaji. Let me go to a particular case that is attracting me. So that, Serena Sifa was from, Serena Sifa is from Ruwaji, but I think it's Eastern region now. That's why I say, I wanted to just leave Chenedon with her because people argue that he's from Bapulu. But of course, Bapulu look for the same region there, right? The same way we can say Southeastern region, we can just blend it too and say the man are the same region. But what I'm saying, George George, we are on a Solicitor General that was Sereno Seafor, you were from the Southeast. Joseph Waga on a Sereno Seafor 2 from Lufa. Well. Trial jurors at the 6th Judicial Circuit Court of Montserrat County, known as the Civil Law Court, have handed down a unanimous verdict of not liable in favor of Robert S. Bestman, representing the Pinsville City Corporation in a legal dispute stemming from an action of injectment filed by plaintiff's Alex Corner acting as Anthony in fact, for Princess Howard and J. Wesley Howard. Yeah, the Pinsville City Corporation has been in court. There is a playground right adjacent the Liberia Broadcasting System over there. They've been in court. I think the Howard family wants it. They believe it is the property, and the city corporation want to redevelop that. I remember many years ago, President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf spent some money, I think 60 or 75,000 thereabout, I may not be correct, to provide some equipment, to provide recreational equipment in that place to make that place better. But the Howard family claiming the place, they've been in court, and the jurors have come down with unanimous, verdict in favor of the Pinsville City Corporation. I was asking somebody last night about that place. What they told me was, J.C.N. Howard used to be the commissioner for that Pinsville way back. And the person said to me that in 1975, J.C. Howard turned that place over to the children of Pinsville as a playground for the children in Pinsville. And since that time, Pinsville City Corporations that place has been like a property of the city government. They've been using it. But in recent time, I think the wife or some of the children of the late Howard, they've been trying to repossess, to get the city corporation out of that place. And they've been in this legal thing. And I think the case went to court. It is why it is now. We are still following the case because every time I hear, the judge want to do they want. Sometimes I want to see it for myself. But we are following the case. There are a lot of things that I've heard coming out of the case. There are a lot of things that people are telling me about the case, but we are following. I want to talk to some people today, tomorrow. Monday, when I come back, I will be really prepared to talk based on facts. But that is why it is. I know there's a particular guy who's been advocating that nobody can rob that place from the children. It belongs to the children of Pinsville. The children must have somewhere to play. And Robert Bestman, the Pinsville City Corporation, the institution is attempting to do something over there, but then the house, they hire a lawyer, they went to court, and that is where it is now. We are told that there is a unanimous verdict that is in favor of the Pinsville city government, that they are not liable. They are not liable, meaning it makes it difficult for. But let's see, sometimes people can take a pew. Sometimes people can take a pew, go to the Supreme Court, and those kind of things like that. But, sometimes I can say the whole land business, sometimes we just need to be, I don't know, but, and I'm not talking about the court process now, right? Even if we're assuming without admitting that the land belongs to the house, but it's been used for many, many, many years as a playground for the children. Do we still want to possess the land at the detriment of the children? Can we sit with the city government to say, no, wait a minute, the land is ours. These are the facts, these are the documents. But these children are our children. We're not going to take the children from the land because it's a playground now. But we want some compensation from the city government. I'm saying outside of the court process, they're in court, but I'm just trying to reason as a human being to say we want the land. We can't take the land again. I mean, our father served here, he gave the land to the children way back, whatever the situation is, can we sit down with the city government and have some conversation around the land issue? Instead of you wanting to take the people off the land, so we claim the land. I'm told, there were one or two attempts by some Indian business people who went around there, to get the land to buy for construction of stores and all those kind of things. And then the city government had to stand into it. Sometimes the land disputing, It's just something that we can sit and talk as a people. All these lands, we met them here, we leave them here. So now we just need to sit as a family and say, you know what, they land actually for me. But the way you're not developing like that, I can take off on the land. But you'll pay some money to me for the land. You know, and let's have a conversation. Instead of maybe just, but again, sometimes these conversations are held, but sometimes people are just arrogant. Sometimes people say, no, quote unquote. If you think the land is, because there is an other side to all these kinds of conversations. Sometimes the people who legitimately own the land will come and say, "Oh, we ain't taking the land, blah, blah, blah." But people will say, "No, you're going to court. That only the court can move from here. That only the court can tell her what to do." If you do that now, you leave the person with no other alternative but to pursue the rule of law. And then when it comes to the stage where the law takes its course, then you want back, and the person says, no, we're not going to listen to you. But we are following the court process. In our case, we are interested because it is about the children's playground. It is about where the children are supposed to go, where parents are supposed to take their kids for extracurricular activities, where they mingle with their peers, and, get their minds off from all these different things, go there, just play, have some time. That is why we are interested. Okay, this is the Morning Rush right here on 07777000995. 0555995995, 555-026-995. It's our WhatsApp number to call those of you who are outside the country. Let's be a part of it. Let's have a conversation, frank conversation, not characterization of people. We let you go. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Clarence. My name is Piso, and I call you from my resident district number 12. Let me say thanks and appreciation for always delighting our populace in the morning with image of information. And I just want to make some clarity. That is,
just shake up. I will not cut you off. Just shake up a little bit. Yeah, I think you can try. Go ahead.
Okay, so
oh, time, man. Amen. Amen. It's battle. All right. Amen. I'm not. Anyway. All right. Thank you. I mean, to be honest, I know what you're saying. You want to make a point, but I didn't hear the supporting statements you made. Hello? Good morning. Naba, I don't know what happened to you this morning. The line is... But go ahead, Sabu. I'm hearing the Sabu.
Yeah, you get that,
Yeah.
Yes. Let me be frank this morning. You see, the National Elections Commission, what the president and court in Ghana, what people say and Clarence. That's why you see the National Elections Commission. The person who is the chairperson to be non-participated person. You get me, people?
Mm-hmm.
But
there is, however, a provision that, even if you're part of a political party, you have to resign, you have to take the oath. So the law is not ambiguous. The law, it got provisions there. There are things there that say, if you are this, just do this.
Exactly. Before I jump the line, I want to ask you a question because our president promised us that you not do business as usual. According to you, said, former president, there was a 20 for next year. And now you're coming back bringing people from Lofa. So how you call Warner?
I don't know. You tell us. Yeah, but like I said, I said we should take the nominated commissioner from there, even though he's from Gbapolo, because I was originally thinking about Lofa, because I know he's from Lower Lofa, but it's not Gbapolo County. So, but even if we were putting it there, like the same region, Gbapolo, Lofa, but let's take it up because he's from Gbapolo. I think he's from that Bele district area. So let's get it all. But we just focus. I will just focus on Minister of Finance, LRA, Commissioner General, and the Central Bank Governor. All of them from Lofa. We plaster. We have floating here before. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, Gossi.
Yes. This is Gossin. Thanks for the recognition. I come from North Dakota. I think the issue of the NEC Commission is something that I think we need to lay to rest. Clarence, those that crafted the Constitution, they knew why they gave the president appointing authority, and they knew why they created this agency, and they have to give the NEC a tyranny position. There is not one single person who you will say that will be 100% neutral, that would not have a political party. They don't have to vote.
It's not possible. I said that. I mean, all of us can vote.
So all of for the fact that you even go and register, you will have to vote. So,
oh my word!
How's the House of Elder? The House of Elder is there to do its evaluation. And when they do the evaluation, when they feel the person is qualified, that person has a turning position. That person does not work no more at the will and pleasure of the president. Because they know the position it holds, it has a lot to do with the public and the country's security as well. So I don't see the reason why people who couldn't condemn him yesterday today condemn him as he staying attentive to another or around the place. What other one? You had the opportunity, you were there.
No, I think the reason I think the reason why they're doing it is because President Boakai, when he was running for office, created the impression that he would not repeat some of the very things George Weah was doing.
So, Clarence, in your politician?
Come again?
Well, I said, in your mind, do you really trust those politicians?
Well, I think we should trust people, except when they prove themselves otherwise.
Okay, and at this point now, we keep trying. There's no other person that are proven otherwise, except for President Theodore, who knew it was a wartime, and he won election, and he ran his government in a very different form and manner. But there was something that you did not talk about it, money. But sorry, I don't want to hit on it. But it is so important that we talk about it.
What's that?
It was the issue of the police director and Representative Fogo. He had a press conference yesterday that was so ambiguous.
The only reason why I have not spoken about that thing, I have not gotten to the police inspector general. I hope I can get in this weekend. Then on Monday, I want to say something about that thing, but I want to hear him. I want people to say, "Oh, you're talking about why have the man said it on you?" I want to hear him first.
Yeah, you read about that, but you see, the representative had a press conference yesterday, and he said some things that is very wrong. Sometimes when we speak...
What did he say? I didn't listen to him.
Liberia.
For example, what did he say?
For example, he said the man, he was part of people that brought war to Liberia. Do you know the age of that police director? That man was very young when they walked in. He was a young man. He couldn't even hold a gun. We all crying today with one piece in Liberia. But when you speak, sometimes you speak for the country.
I didn't listen to it, but I don't know why he would not want to focus on what he said happened now.
Yeah,
I don't know the context. I didn't listen, so I don't know the context.
I called yesterday on the show. I told you that I did not see him in violent mood when the police even shoot the tear gas. But they're having a press conference and start to attack this man personally and start to say things outside the box. It was so wrong. But anyway, you say you're going to talk to him.
Yeah, I will try. I will do everything to talk to Gregory Coleman too. Hello? It's good we hear from him too. Let's hear his perspective. I want to just find out a few things about that land and those kinds of things like that. Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, my name is Thomas Macon. I'm calling from 540.
I didn't hear your name.
Thomas Newman.
Okay, Newman. Okay, Thomas Farah Newman. Let's hear you, brother.
Yes, thanks for the discussion. I want to discuss about the Sudan issue they gone down. At least I spent my whole life in the Sudan, and Princess I vote the late Mamona Pena and Frank Safogo.
Okay.
So I want to ask the police director. I think you need to leave my former representative because I don't leave the Sudan again. I think I learned for the people always that learn in relation that the children always play football even EIU base there. That the land is been vacant for a decade or years. No bond has come there to clean our land, or no private owner has come to clean the land.
Are you saying the land for the people because according to you nobody has ever come to clean it? Does that negate the fact that the rightful owner could claim it sometimes at some point?
No, I don't think so. Because that land is public land. The public land is, I think, it's for the government. So it's public, it's for the government, the community.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, prolific and well-versed journalist, Clarence, Piso Johnson.
Good morning, Chief. What's your name?
Pastor Command. Yeah, of course, the national channel.
Okay.
Unity Party International Bureau and people around think that speak.
I mean, your introduction is easy. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, I thank you very much for the thought-provoking talking point. I think you are a possible journalist. I will always give it out to you. The only issue of the nomination of Chairperson Jonathan Widow, because you are not taking office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think thankfully you are correcting yourself.
Yeah.
You know, from the better.
Yeah, he from Bella, he from Bapolu. But I was still thinking about the way by Lofa, lower Lofa, you know. But Bapolu now is a county.
Yeah, it's a county now, so we take it.
Let's take it as a face value, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. This man understand electionary processes in Liberia. He has served the election commission for many years, for over 18 years. So it's somebody who understands the election matter in this country. And we need somebody who fought across, somebody who believes in a theory of inclusivity. You work with everybody and next. Now you go and next. The people are running far. They are very excited to have seen their common boss or somebody who said steady returning at the election commission. Because you know that play was a perfect ground over time or Clarence Johnson. That play was a perfect ground.
But if my argument for George we are a southeast, then we can rule with out. But it is if I'm talking county per county, we can rule it out because if we talk about southeast, then it means Lofa, Bapolo, and I get it simply. But I say we should take it up because I want to just focus on Lofa. But thank you so much. Yeah, but because if my argument is if our holding George we are on the basis and we held him on the basis of that. We held George we are on the basis of southeast. We did not hold George we are on the basis of Maryland or Sano. We said most of the people were coming from the southeast. So that Widow comes from Bapolo doesn't even exempt him from the general argument if we wanted to make that argument. Because it is the same region. Hello?
Good morning, Clarence.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. My name is Prince Myers. I join you from Chocolate City District 13 on the other Stevenson Avenue this morning.
Okay, Myers.
People Clarence, I appreciate you for the talking point. People Clarence, why since the government took over, people stimulate over the entire country.
You say what thing over the entire country?
Hello?
You say what thing over the entire country?
People that criminalize over the entire country. The entire country you also now your level government took over. People that busting people was over 50,000 people in the United States. Even the 7 lofa, they making for people that say lofa. Who did the government to over? You say the parents before I drag the line, mark my wall. The same thing that happened when the other government in power, when people were cursing, now the other government people cursing. You say, oh, hey, do it too. The next government account, people will keep busting or say, no, they don't do it there. There will be no, people will keep busting. You go to the other man say, oh, you're rich too. And I, that market, you say, pay my say, one more.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Clarence?
I'm doing well.
I want to support your argument.
Your name, sir. Your name, sir.
Okay, my name is Joseph Songabe from District number 17.
Okay, Songabe, let's hear you.
Like you were saying just now, if you were concerned the argument generally, I want to support you as well.
Yeah. I think we can do that because when we held George, we're not holding him for appointing crew people. We're holding for appointing southeasterners.
People from the southeast.
Exactly.
So you see, you got your finance minister from Lofa. You got
you got the LRA man from Lofa. Central Bank governor from Lofa.
You get a bank governor from that side. So I mean, it's unfortunate. Very, very much unfortunate. You can't do that. There are 7 other educated people by far more qualified and committed in this country.
that you could be providing job for instead of just giving people from your region positions. It's just bad like that. We're not going to run after that, and we're not be lashing on one group of people or one person for such a thing. When you dare not do the same business as usual, in as much as you said this job for this job for men, not for boys. If you let it see whole boy.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go here. Hello.
Morning. I am the common board chairman. I speak for them. That's why they make me that chairman.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear your name, sir.
I said I'm Timothy Willie. I joined from Brooklyn to Shufo. I am the common board chairman.
Oh, common people chairman. All right, Willie, let's hear you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that there is nothing for the common people? Everything must be for the government.
What do you mean?
I need to say, just in recent time, the government want to send the second. You say I the people to like maybe use experience instead of the law. But then the people, the government just want to send the second, and people were there, and then the government said, "I'm gonna make a new land." They come to the people now to get a land. You know?
I'm just listening to you.
Yeah, it comes to the people to get a land now. Yeah, we not listen to what the court will say. There's a people win that case. No saying government should figure that children play grand conversation. No, government got more land. Let them go get some. And the people.
But you heard the court verdict I read. The first verdict, the unanimous, not liable verdict.
I've not heard it. That is what I'm saying.
But I read it. That's what I'm saying. If you listen to it, then you will not speak the way you're speaking.
I'm saying if it turned out to be that this land belongs to the people, let it take that land because Ghana making new land.
They statement the president made, they got to know how to teach it, right? So why Ghana making new land? Hello?
Yeah. Hello, Clarence.
Yeah, good body, man.
How are you? Thank you for the show this morning.
Yeah.
Now, I'm having Peter senior calling from around report.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clarence, my person is drawn to the appointment of the president at the national elections.
They can appoint president to elections commission. They can appoint chairperson.
They appoint the president made
the
national election commission.
Yeah.
Clarence, I believe that that appointment comes with expertise. The expertise to the position is one of the key things that the president took into consideration. And more besides, Mr. Widow is not a partisan. He's not a partisan. He was hired as a consultant. So all those are criticizing. Are they saying that if you are an expert into certain area and you are then called to run a service to a particular institution, must you refuse it?
Okay,
I don't think it's to Mr. Widow.
Thank you. Let me take James Akwe. James Akwe reporting from North Dakota. Let me take James Akwe, formerly of ELBC, right now from North Dakota. Jimmy, let's hear you. Good morning.
Mine is just accommodation and for the OK FM family. You know, sometimes people ask me, you know, James, why you always maybe on the OK FM? You know, you always monitoring even the repeat. I said, look, this is where you have the trained journalists, the likes of Julius Jett, Clarence Jackson. I know, and you know, how you guys started this thing. And,
exactly.
Yeah, you're doing a fantastic piece of, you know, a critical, fair, balanced, and objective media is very crucial for sustained economic growth and national development. Great job. Continue to push forward, and we are watching and monitoring you.
James Akwe reporting. ELBC News, Monrovia. Oh, I missed this guy. I missed this guy, man. Jimmy. By the way, Jimmy, I follow your podcast. I really follow you, and I like the traditional song you usually play. Yeah, I follow you. I think it was in 2015, 2016 when I was in the US. I should have come to see you. I didn't come. I hope my next trip there, I can find some time to find you, Jimmy.
Yeah, please do that. And Clarence, you know, but man, I would look for the time when I would want an interview, and maybe someone of 4, 5, or 7, 10 minutes.
No
interview,
problem, James.
So that we can talk about our country.
Yeah.
You know, because the thing is, you know, looking at our country and looking at things, you know, sometimes the way things happen, it's just important to lay the acts, you know, be fair, be objective and clear, and speaking your mind out. And, you know, like I normally tell people, Liberia is the only country or place where you and I can never be deported from. You know?
Yeah.
Again, kudos, great job. Kudos, great job. And thank you so much for all that you continue to do.
Yeah. Thank you, James Akwe. He always say James Akwe, formerly of ELBC Radio. This guy. What did I say? That Eddie stuff. James Akwe reporting from Moravia. Okay, our brother is here. We'll take him very shortly. I'm trying to play a particular song from James Kokochie. James Kokochie, yeah. So something Eddie was playing the morning. It sounded patriotic in my ear. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to get a gist of it. I think James Kokochie is still around. They got been around Liberian music for some time. Exactly at 8:15, we'll take our guests. Wow. Those of you who play football, this is a soccer song. Oh man, you know, I could sit here and we could play this song. Well, our guest is here. We have to talk about this book. I hope I got the name right. His name is Norotoa Monua, but he will pronounce it well for me. Norotoa Monua. Typical name. I like it. Zamale. Those of us who grew up in football environment, all were holding the boots of our older brothers, and people held our boots too. As Appleton now Dixon, that begins to hold my boots. You go out now Dixon. Whitney can see my people, liar can see my winning foul. You go ask now Dixon, Appleton Dixon, that begins to hold my boots. Or go and play when the man ain't see you. They say St. Francis go and play the NCO the minute. That begins to hold my boots. You ask a man. Okay, so we have our friend here. I will sit and allow him to carefully pronounce his name because I really want to be pronouncing it. But I like the quality of the book. I like the quality of the book. You see the book? I really do like the quality of the book. You know, it's a serious book. See the quality? Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Just introduce yourself.
My name is Joseph Norito Bunoi, but for writing's sake, I use Norito Bunoi.
Norito Bunoi.
Norito.
Norito. So, better name.
Better name.
Yeah, because it's sounding in my ear.
Yeah.
Norito. Okay. Just tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I was born in Monrovia, Liberia, a long time ago, I think in 1973, and stayed here for most part of the war, went to the United States. But during the time of the war, there were certain events that occurred, and I had certain questions in mind. My mother took me to Wiswa, and when I got to Wiswa, I was very disappointed with how Wiswa was looking. And I started to ask myself a question like, with all of the diamonds that have been mined from Wiswa, why is Wiswa still in the condition it is in? Wow. And I couldn't find an answer at the time. So when I came to Monrovia, it was the same thing. If you look at Monrovia, the way it's laid out, the way the city is developed, I started to ask myself a question like, over these years, what has happened to Liberia with all of the money we have been, raising in the country? So that's what led me on to this 35 years journey to write this book. So this book took over 35 years
We'll
to
come
write.
to that
Just
book.
to ask,
What do you know about your background? Where are your parents from?
Well, my father is from Bon County and the little town called Kweyai, and my mother is from Lofa, from a town called Zulo.
Oh, your father is from Kweyai?
Yeah.
Have you been there before?
Yes, I've been to Kweyai.
Do you know the district in Bon where it is?
No, not really, not really.
Do you want to know?
Oh yeah, I'm going to make a trip there.
But why you can ask your aunties, your uncles? So you go there, you ask around, ask for the chiefdom, ask for the district. Do you know a little bit any history about Bon, its creation and stuff like this?
Well, I know the Banga, for example, means old farm, Banga, but they couldn't pronounce it properly, so they just say Banga. Mm-hmm. I lived in Banga for a little bit. I attended Buffet when I was a little boy. Mm-hmm. We used to tow our benches or our chairs on our head to go to school. This was late 70s.
Okay, so I'm sure at that time it was Buffet Junior High.
Right.
Where they got Bakalu now. It's called John S. Bakalu now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It used to be Buffet Junior High during your time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of what I know about Banga itself. Okay. Doing the research of the book, I think
you don't know that it was created a county in 1964. You don't know that its first superintendent was James Wag Barbier. You don't know that Barbier went to jail. He was quote unquote lied on. Kennedy and others.
Yeah, Kennedy and other people went to jail when they were opposing.
They used to bring them outside and beat them.
Right.
At the Banga police station, and you know all of those, right?
Yeah, but this book is not meaning about.
No, I know. I just want us to talk a little bit about Banga.
Yeah.
Do you speak your vernacular? Do you attempt your mother's tongue or your father's tongue?
At both.
You don't speak them.
I speak them, but not like. At a professional level, but I do speak both.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So the book took you 35 solid years.
35 years to write and publish.
Were you able to answer the questions that you asked yourself?
Yes, I did.
Tell us about the book.
This book primarily is answering certain questions that I ask myself. For example, why is Liberia in the state it is in? Or why one person or the president is the only person can make decision on behalf of the entire country? Maybe is that the reason why the same living condition you experience in Monrovia, you experience the same condition in Lofa, in Banga, in Harper, because when one person makes a decision on behalf of everyone, you see the same effects across the country. But if people are able to make decisions differently in other places, you're going to see some competitive advantage in other places. So if Monrovia is making decisions different from Kakata, and Harper is making decisions different from Monrovia, you're going to see some of the competitive advantages in those places. And so one of the proposals is to change the way Liberia is structured to be able to get those kind of results. If you don't change it, you're still going to get the same result.
I see you talk about development manifesto. I say
Right.
a Liberian development manifesto.
Right.
What is the idea?
So the idea is to establish a guide. Like if you want to develop rules, what are the threshold, what are the benchmark you can put in place to develop rules? If you want to do higher education, what are the key indicators you need for higher education? If you want to write a law, what are some of the key indicators you need to have for that law? So for example, they pass a Dual Citizenship Act. In order to pass a law, or every law represents one or two things. You pass a law to either encourage something or to discourage it. And if you're encouraging it, what are the benefits? It has to be calculated. So the dual citizenship law has some costs associated with it. To print new passport, to hire people to process the form, it requires certain money for that law to be enforced. But the law is written without a cost attached to it. And that's one of the reasons why most of the laws that are passed in Liberia cannot work. Because when you actually come to the cost of enforcing the law, the cost is not associated with that law. So over a long period of time, you just continue to pass law without the funding for it. So this book establishes, before a law is passed, you need to establish the funding mechanism and see if you can afford to pass such a law. So this is just a guide. If I were to write the entire thing, this book was probably going to take, a whole volume, like 2, 3, 4, 5 volumes, because if you just look at the structure of the state and you want to break it down, you look at Bushra Island, for example. The city of Monrovia controls Bushra Island. Bushra Island don't do its own cleaning in the market. Everything has to be dependent on Monrovia City Hall. So if I have to break down how both places work, that's an entire book. So I just wrote it as a guide. So if you read a chapter or you read a paragraph, you can also look at other resources to explain that better to you.
Wow. And I also see you talking about reform in the structure of the government.
Right. So currently we have 3 branches of government. In a book, I propose that we have 5 branches of government.
You are proposing additional 2?
Additional 2. And those are not 2 that have to be created. You just break down the power of the executive, and you can distribute those powers to create another branch of government. So the 5 branches of government will be the executive, as we already know. We have the
legislature,
the
judiciary.
But the central bank will be a separate branch of government.
Central bank?
Yes. Because the function of the executive is law enforcement. The management of the economy right now is under the president. The president basically runs the economy. What I propose in the book is that the central bank should manage the economy, not the president. So when you're looking at monetary policies, looking at money supply, it should be the duty of the central bank. And the central bank is also responsible for the quality of life in the country. So that's a whole different...
What's the other branch?
The other branch would be to get rid of the Senate from the legislature, because the role of the Senate is advice and consent. But because we copy what the American system is, the Senate is making laws. But we extract the Senate from the legislature so that the Senate is only focused on advice and consent. And one of the key
So
ways,
it becomes a branch of
a
government.
branch of government separate from
The legislature.
the legislature. There will be like what you call the board of directors of the country.
The Senate.
The Senate.
They will be elected.
Yeah. They are advisors. They are advisors of the country. So right now, in terms of developing Liberia, every president comes with their own agenda. So you almost see every agenda that comes in is incomplete. Ellen Johnson had her own agenda. George Weah did. And Joseph Burkhardt is doing his own agenda. But what you find out is that over the next 30 years, you won't be able to really calculate the achievement of those agendas. So the book proposes a national plan. So
A national development plan for Liberia.
Right. So whosoever becomes a president, you follow that plan.
Follow the plan.
You're not coming with your own plans. So when you follow the plan, the next person comes, they follow the plan. So you're going to have the advisors now that will oversee that plan to make sure that the president or no branch of government deviate from that plan. That's why
at this stage, the senators, but at that time, they
Will
are
be
a branch
advisors.
of government called the advisors.
Yes.
So they are going to be they're going to look like a board to
Like a board of
ensure
directors, yeah.
whatever government takes over the country goes according to the
that
development plan.
Yes.
You will not deviate.
You can't deviate from it. We also had an incident where when Tower died, the country changed. When Dole died, the country changed. When Charles Taylor left, the country changed. Ellen Johnson came with her own plan. When she left, George Weah brought his. So in order for you to position the country in the way that it cannot deviate, even if the person is assassinated or, what they call it,
Killed
coup,
or die naturally or whatever.
you have people that are in place to make sure that they continue with the plan that is going on. So most countries have it. At one point in time, we have something they call the Council of State. So we can use a format like that to be able to put the country on the right trajectory.
So if we have this hand pump to build,
right?
Whoever comes, if you put one small thing, the other man can you put it. But at the end of the day, we must build that pump.
Definitely. You also see that, this is much more controversial.
Go
you
ahead.
also see that we have a lot of disabled and elderly in the country that are suffering. So I propose in the book that we get rid of the office of the vice president that receive appropriation of almost $4 million. That money can be given to the poor and the elderly people through mobile money, through cash transfer. If you look at the president's recent speech, in there you can see he mentioned about cash transfer to certain people, but it doesn't say who was the recipient of those funding. This just lay out a better structure in order for you to be able to distribute that money.
So we have the president and we don't have a vice president.
Yes.
Then we have the legislature. We have the central bank as another place. Then we have the advisors in the country.
Right. And representative, for example, you asking the question, but I will propose. I will send this question to you.
Yeah.
Representative, do they represent Liberia or their districts?
What do you think?
It's just a rhetorical question.
What do you think?
They represent their districts. They don't represent Liberia. So in the book, I propose that their district should pay them, not the national budget.
Their district should pay them.
Their district should pay
It's so
their
cool. I got a
representatives.
copy of the book. I really need to go to.
Well,
their district should pay them.
The district should pay their representatives.
Already
not
we
national
have the
budget.
Local Government Act that provides that monies raised in the different counties all will not come to Monrovia. Significant portion will remain. So your idea is that kind of money that will remain, we should pay representatives for that money and not the central government.
The Local Government Act that is being proposed is just a Senate clause that is dressed in different cloth, right? Ellen Johnson's Local Government Act, if you read it, the president is the one that appoints the treasurer of the county. You still have the same control of the executive.
Okay, let me read two things are grabs.
Right.
You got, I think that you were talking about the Senate.
Right.
The Advisory Council branch.
Right.
It's another branch of that. How it's going to be called. The Advisory Council branch of government. The Advisory Council branch shall oversee the national plan, government activities, and the conduct of public officials. Its oversight will encompass regulations, defense, national security, law enforcement, elections, and policies, ensuring that no president or administration can act arbitrarily or govern at will. The council will interview and recommend candidates aspiring for elected positions, such as presidents, justices, central bank governors, mayors, and council members based on specific qualifications for office. That's not all. You got a lot of things. Then you come to the central bank branch, the other branch of government. The president's current power and authority to manage the economy and fiscal and monetary policies, foster growth and development, and finance government operations, public services, and projects shall be removed from the executive branch and set aside as the central bank branch of government. The central bank branch of the government shall be responsible for creating the financial conditions and economic opportunities for people to live better lives, rather than presidents and politicians. It shall also regulate and enforce fiscal, monetary, and budgetary policies and economic management of the state.
Right.
Are these things subject to amendment in our constitution or a reform, or how do I call it, rewriting of the constitution of stuff?
It is. The whole constitution have to be rewritten. You can do amendment when you have such a structure. And the main question...
And I'm just thinking whether the powerful people will want to listen to these kinds of recommendations. For example, you think the president wants some of his power to leave him or her?
Well, that's why we, the people, we own this country, right? We make that decision, not the president. So the main question this brings out is that, what is the purpose of Liberia? What is the purpose? Every country has a purpose. And one of the reasons why you see there's a lot of poverty in this country, a lot of inefficiency in the country, the president does wrong and nobody can hold him accountable, is that we have not really defined the purpose of this country. Until 1980, the purpose of Liberia was a home for free black people around the world, free black men. So you see people from different countries of Africa, America, came to Liberia. But after 1980, we changed the purpose of Liberia. So now we have all of these questions to answer. We have elected officers, we have presidents, we have Senate, but our living condition has not improved. So the main question we have to ask ourselves is, what is our purpose as a country? Is it for our benefit or for public official benefits? If it is for our benefit, then we have to restructure it to give us those benefits. That's what the book is saying.
Wow. 35 years.
Yes.
Is it on sale now? Are you planning a launch of the book in Liberia?
Yes, I'm planning the launch of the book on October 11. It's going to be in Monrovia. This book is not only for Liberia, it's also for Africa. But because I'm from Liberia, I want to use it as a template.
Yep. How does one get one?
It's on Amazon. I brought some copies. I'm going to make some negotiation with some stores in Liberia where you can be able to get them.
How much is it?
In Liberia, it's going to be $35.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I see it very, it's our quality.
Yeah.
The back is so,
Yeah.
So you say you plan?
We have a paper copy too. The paper copy, I think, is $25 or so.
So October 11th.
No, April 11th. Sorry.
You mean
April.
this month?
This month.
On the 11th of this month.
Yes.
Which is like 9 days from now.
That's right.
Where?
It's going to be at Police Academy Junction.
Okay. It's an open air thing or what?
No. It's going to be in an auditorium.
Or so that I know a Ware school or whatever.
Yeah. I think the Ware school.
D-Ware, yeah.
D-Was.
Right.
Yes, right there.
D-Was.
Right.
Okay. What's the impression you're getting from your friends and people who probably have read the book? And
well, the initial impression is that this book is not the time. But after
that's what I will always say. It's not the time for this one. Not the time.
Right. But after I started to break it down to them, then they become more receptive. For example, I was talking to a guy from Ivory Coast on the plane. He bought one of the books from me on the plane. And I told him, I said, an aspect of this book that you can use in Ivory Coast is that you have the advisory council now to interview the president before he becomes president. So what will happen when election is coming?
So interview the president in what sense? What the president will still have to register elections commission and contest on his party's ticket, but that group must interview him.
So
would they have in the board? What are you recommending? The group will have the authority to deny or accept.
So like 90 days before the election, the council of state, right?
Okay, meaning that person person would have registered already.
Right.
That person would have been a candidate already.
No, you can't arbitrarily become a candidate, right?
But 90 days before the election,
90 days before the
election, the way our process is, the person will always be already be a candidate. They will be campaigning. But let's look at the idea.
Okay, so what?
Because it will call for reform. But let's look at. I think the idea is what we should focus on.
Okay, the idea is that 90 days, it can be 30 days, it can be 90 days before election. The board of directors now, the advisors will not run the country. The president will not have the power anymore as a president. Okay, because you're looking at age limit, you're looking at corruption, you're looking at other things the president did that he was not probably being able to be prosecuted because he had those powers. So you remove the president from that position, he has to reapply to become a president. So you're going to apply maybe to the executive mission, HR department, look at all his record and everything, his financial statement, like a candidate. But he's not going to have those powers. Now, the advisory council have to see if this person's conduct, if this person's behavior really represents the country. If this person becomes a president, this person can really carry the country where it needs to be. They do that in places like Singapore, even China and Iran. You have to interview before you become president. Recently, a presidential candidate, a former president was denied from running to become a president again.
So your idea is that the members of the council, they will be the same 32 per counties elected?
No, you're going to have almost like 13 from each county because you're going to have...
It will be a bunch of plenty of people.
Right. But they are going to be focused on specialized area. So if you're focusing on...
So you're going to have like 15 per county?
Yes.
That is 15 times 15.
No, you're going to have like 13 times 15.
13 times 15?
Yes.
So a lot of people.
Right. The reason
why you want to have such group of people?
Because you have 13 different committees. If you look at the current structure of the legislature, you have 13 different committees.
That's about 195 presidents.
Right.
Okay.
But they are not going to have the kinds of power they have right now. Legislature will not be able to make their own pay, or the advisors will not be able to make their own pay. So they have reduced power, but they focus more on expertise.
Wow.
So the president will have to reapply, and he because when election is held, if the president is still having a power over the election commission, they can tell the result in the favor of the president. But if you're an ordinary candidate, whosoever wins the election, 30 days later, the next person becomes president. So Liberia will be one of the first countries to implement something like that. And we need to take a stance like this because we represent Africa. We were the first, country compared to maybe Ethiopia to get independence. We need to be that beacon of hope to tell Africa in a different direction. So they try to address most of the key things we need to address in our society.
Wow.
And the last question I think on there is that if you look at Liberians, you look at us as a country and as a people, the way we behave, the way we do things. Do you think we are a masculine country or a feminine country?
This guy is interesting. Why do you ask?
Because if you look at the way we behave, there are certain things that we are lacking. We do not
Somebody
have
is testifying to your book. Somebody sent me a message. Say, Clarence, that book is the masterpiece. I've read it. I fully support the recommendations in there. To fully appreciate the book, one must have a discipline for reading. Yeah, I think I'm disciplined. I'll read this book. Yeah, go ahead.
So we have to ask ourselves those same questions. I mean, those tough questions. For example, what is the purpose of Liberia? And the previous question I asked you, do we really represent a country that has certain kinds of force and ability to develop ourselves, to protect ourselves? If you look at recently what happened in Guinea, even what happened in Liberia, it tells us that we are not a country, a masculine country. And this doesn't mean that, women can be in position, women can, control things. But what it is seeing is that when it comes to developing this country, if you look at almost all the large national projects in this country are built by foreigners. They are not built by Liberians or Liberian men.
I could be wrong, but we are a democratic country. We have a unitary state of government. I could be wrong on
Yes,
this one. I'm about to tell you. No, now they want to show, hey, we are a democratic country. We are a unitary state.
Right.
Your concept, the concept in the book, and just for your explanation, in my mind, it mirrors communism. You sound communist, and the book, even though I've not read it yet, but don't you think it's completely going to be different from the system of government we have?
Oh, definitely going to be different from the system we have, because the system we have right now is not working for us. It's working for few individuals. But this system is not communism. Communism deals mainly with the means of production. In this book, the means of production is not controlled by the state. This is not collectivism, right? Mm-hmm. It is not an egalitarian state where everybody should be equal. What it's saying is that there are certain structures we need to put in place for people to benefit. We have something called the state-owned enterprises.
Yeah, Bureau of State-Owned Enterprises.
Okay. That's one of the most inefficient institutions we have right now. I will give you an example. We have the National Insurance Corporation of Liberia. Mm-hmm. According to that law, any kind of project or activity that occurs in Liberia, that the government has 50% investment into that, it has to be insured through NARCO. If you just look at that industry as alone, it's almost a $10 billion industry. But you don't see insurance. You don't see institutions being insured by that corporation.
You are right on that. Even the acting head of the institution himself has said that over and again.
Right.
And he was looking at how to ensure institutions can subscribe as far as insurance is concerned.
Right. So those institutions are still going to be functioning, but it is not going to be functioning under the directive of the executive. Those institutions, their shareholders will not be the workers and Liberians. Foreigners can invest into it, but there will be a limitation. We have our communication system that is controlled by foreigners. Those are supposed to be a national institution.
You mean the telecommunication?
The telecommunication. All the cell phones in companies in Liberia are controlled by foreigners. If they shut down communication in this country, there's nothing you can do about it. Guinea reformed their law, and the state took over the communication system. We need to do something because this is a serious issue.
Why do you want districts to pay their representatives when, by extension, these people work for the state? They represent their different districts, but they work for the state.
They work for that district. They don't work for the state.
By extension, don't they work for the state? They take decisions on behalf of the country, not just their districts.
Okay. If you look from City Hall, there are two statements I'm going to make.
Go ahead. I like the interaction. I wish you had a lot of time, but go ahead.
If you look from, I would say maybe Yellow Junction all the way to Duke Paris Hotel, there have been no public high school built recently, only Tottenham High.
I think Tier 1 Gongolo has been tough on that. He's been talking about that.
Okay. So because one person is making that decision, if districts were making that decision, they were going to demand high school for that district. They don't have to leave from there to go to another district for high school. If you look from City Hall all the way to, you can take the same 12th Street, all the way to Lane Street or Duke Valley. There's no big hospital over there. You have to go all the way to JFK to go to hospital.
You go to retention in a way.
Right. But if you break it down into district, and each district has to be developed into a city, they would demand now that they have a hospital in that district. They would demand they have a high school in that district. So that's why you want a system like that. So the president cannot make a decision. If the president doesn't favor your district, it doesn't matter. you will still have your hospital.
Wow.
But right now, if the president doesn't favor your county, you can't have any development there.
Wow.
So the
you
districts-
are attempting to champion a generational reform. is
Definitely.
that the reason why you call this book Reform?
Reform. So if you look at it, the subtitle is how do you reform third world nation? How do you make sure that country is protected? How do you make sure that life improves?
What's your background?
I studied business and finance, but I didn't finish college.
You didn't finish college?
No, I didn't finish college.
You serious?
I'm serious.
For how long have you lived in the U.S.?
About 26 years now.
You don't have a college degree.
I don't have a college degree.
Yet you've written a book like this.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you. I am.
You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you. And I think a lot of young people in this country
So
have
you
that
stopped
potential.
you stopped high school?
Yes.
Just high school?
Yes.
Why didn't you go to college?
I had some health challenges.
I don't know. I need to bring you back here. I'm telling you,
appreciate it.
on my own. This one you pay for
appreciate
it,
it.
but on my own, I will have to bring you back. I think that
appreciate
there are things I can pull from out of you. I'm very sure.
appreciate it.
I know myself. I think you need to come back here. Why didn't you choose going to university?
I chose to, but I had some health challenges, and I couldn't, continue college. And after a while, you have family, you got to take care of children.
Yeah.
So those responsibilities came on, but it didn't deviate my focus from what I was trying to do.
You got
Some
your
of the
kids. You
questions
got
I
some
would-
of your kids in college.
My son will be going to college next year.
You don't have a college degree.
No, I don't.
You serious?
I mean,
Wow. I mean, you don't have to say anything beyond that, but it sends a message that you can be who you want to be when you want to be who you want to be. I mean, I don't know how to say it, but the fact that you didn't go to college and you're writing this book that somebody is called, and by the way, the person who sent the message is the head of the Global Justice and Research Project in Liberia. I hope I'm getting the name. Journalist Hassan Bility, a human rights person. He said he's read the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the head of the Global Justice and Research Project. He read the book. If you didn't go to college with a college degree, but you can write to the extent that the book the man is calling a masterpiece, then I am shocked. But let's talk to callers. But just know that I owe you one. I will bring you back.
I will
here.
take that.
I will bring
I
you back
appreciate
here.
it. I appreciate
Wow. A Liberian writer is here. Bonual is here. He's a writer. He's a strategist, and he's a reform advocate committed to shaping the future of Africa. Originally from Liberia, the hopes to inspire Africans to rethink their security, defense, social, economic, and political future. So you see, this guy's quest is not just about Liberia. It is about Africa. I see why he was talking about the telecommunication sector. He's talking about national security. He's talking about defense. But yet, this guy have got no degree. He didn't go to the university. Serious. Hello?
Yeah, good morning, people.
Come on. Yeah?
Yeah, people are in studio this morning. I really want to congratulate you for a hard topic on discussion this morning. Whether this guy, like some of the people who live in the countries that want to India, this morning. You are to be I think he will teach this country. He's a man in a still when he's a fast
Okay. We're not getting anything from you, actually. Let me take Willem Brewer from France. They lost and found Willem Brewer.
Thank you, Clarence. Thank you so much. Thank you, Clarence. I'm very, very okay. I'm very okay. Just a problem at work. But let me go through, Clarence. I just want to, please, at 1 minute, maybe 10 seconds.
Go ahead.
I want to say hats up to the great man there in studio. He's a very great man. In 2025, I read a concept paper on my page. That thing stayed there. Many people never went through that document. It has similar concept with what he's saying.
Okay.
Because when I established a little group called the Liberian Reformation Movement with chapters in other countries like Sino. But I gave that document a crew name. And that has to do with democracy, because I believe democracy is not working for Liberia nor Africa. So, but where he, there are few things that he made mention on that in that my concept paper, and I wish to share to get his number so we can be in touch. Like for example, the central bank, where he talked about the central bank, the branch of the central bank. I didn't give it that nomenclature. I said the treasury branch, because the central bank is the banker's bank, and it will limit its function based on the nomenclature it will carry. So I carry it to the treasurer, for example. He talks about the council, the head of council of the country, where you talking about the Senate. Man said in that particular concept paper that I put together, I said it was unnecessary for us to have Senate. Instead, it should be the head of council of the country. For example, the developmental plan. I talk about that, but I limit it to 15.
Okay.
Pricing. It shouldn't be 30. Then we talk about, he's talking about the representative. No, the representative, they represent their district, but they are working for Liberia, because every legislation that will be passed will affect the Republic of Liberia. It's not affecting their district only. So, and many other things, but I wish, please, Clarence, please.
I will share your number with him, and I will ask him for his number and send it to you.
So we all can launch that movement, because it's a very important movement for our country that many people are not paying attention to. Democracy cannot work for us.
Okay,
we
William.
need to design certain strategy. Yes,
okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, William brother from France, carefully listening. Hello.
Morning, Clarence.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, and good morning to your studio guests. My name is David Samukai. I call you from Ghana this morning.
Yes, Samukai.
Clarence, I don't know why you are shocked, but it is important that you know that most of the investors, most of more people of consequence, majority of them have a college degree. I mean, they are good, they are gifted. There are some people who are extremely gifted. So I'm not shocked. I just want to say a very big thank you to the gentleman in studio. I hope to find a copy of that book to read it. Clarence,
I am being strategic. AB, I know the great writers and philosophers and scientists who didn't go to formal school. I am just being very strategically strategic.
We need to do this, and that hasn't worked over the time. We have seen it. It hasn't worked, but we keep doing it. It hasn't worked. There are some sectors in the country that you can't privatize. The government should take hold of it and just make the services.
Thank you, AB. Let me take Julius. I'm sure Julius wants to participate on the show with the British Stream Masters in Education. Julius, let's hear you.
Yes, good morning, Clarence. Let me say good morning to your guest. As you know, I have a knack for critical thinkers, for radical people who think outside of the box. And just by hearing some of the things, yes, we can agree and disagree on a whole lot of things, but that's what a country is supposed to be, for people to think differently. Yeah, so I would really be interested in reading the book, and of course, he also has an open invitation.
Okay, so instead of you coming to me, I'll send you to Julius. Yeah, Julius does the afternoon show, right. So I will put you in touch with Julius, because I know Julius' quest for education is so high. So I'll put you in touch with Julius. Julius, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello. Good morning. Are you there? Good morning.
Yeah. Clarence, good morning. And
good morning. Yeah.
Yeah, again, I'm having task calling for around Freeport. I just want to appreciate your guest for a write-up. It is highly appreciated. And then I want to know where a book will be placed, because I'm interested in getting one of it to read it. Because from his explanation, it sounds like we that are following the space of time, we should have an idea on what he's pushing. Thank you very much for bringing it.
Okay, let's hear you. Good morning.
Morning, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, my name is Mark. I'm joining you from Sweden, Gothenburg.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother, I listened to you and your boost,
My guest.
and I know that that book, for me, I know that that book is really, really much recommendable for Africa, not just Liberia. Because what the man wrote in the book, it has a lot to do with our African development. Look at the lawmaker we have in Liberia. If you put all the project the lawmaker in Liberia do within 1 year, one fiscal year, the project, all of that, it does not reach $1 million United States dollars. So where the essence of us having all these people sitting down representing people, and which of course the constituents they represent, they don't show up to the constituents. They don't do nothing. They don't work. They take the money and they support their own families. So the issue about this democracy thing is just for a certain group of people to benefit. So anyone who wins, they benefit with their clique. It's not going to benefit the masses. How many average Liberians that are working in the villages are benefiting from this government? And even not this government, but all the government that have been coming around. How many of them? None of them. None of them are benefiting. The money only circulate among the big guys. And sometimes they look at the journalists because they don't want you to, spread them widely and they buy or something. And that's the end.
You sure that?
Somebody who doing their political garden.
You sure that? People talking, man.
Benefit nothing.
People talking.
It doesn't benefit. Yeah, I'm in the airport. Sorry.
No, I mean, you don't have to say sorry. You just speak your mind. I'm just saying something too. Okay, sir.
Yeah, it doesn't benefit anything, my brother. So I'm not really interested when it comes to even democracy. I'm not interested in that because that book is a real masterpiece.
Thank
my
you.
brother, degree doesn't speak. It's not a degree, but what inside the man make it.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of people, there's a big debate on the Julia poster, and people say, no, that man, what part of the world has he ever heard that before? Let's come back to our guest. You're listening to all the conversations. How do you come in? People say, but what part of the world you not see that kind of thing before?
Well, one thing I think we're supposed to recognize is that as a human being is that God gave you the ability to make this world what you want it to be. We can't always copy from people. We have to sometimes be unique. Everybody in this world are unique. Your thumbprint is different from mine. Mine is different from the next person. But what makes Liberian? What makes us a Liberian? Someone say they are Ghanaian.
1 minute. The book is Reform. The book is called Reform. This is the book.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. I hear a lot of people saying, the book is called Reform. He says it's on Amazon, the book. This is the book, yeah? A lot of people asking. Yeah, go ahead.
It's on Amazon. It's at Walmart. It's at Barnes & Noble. It's anywhere you can buy a book,
okay. All right. Go ahead.
Internationally. So we have the potential to make Liberia what we want it to be. We don't have to copy from other people. We don't have to copy from other people. So that's a challenge for us. Do we want to make Liberia what we want it to be, or do we copy from other people? If we want it to be what we want it to be, then we have to take on that challenge. I will give you another example. If you look at Carisburg, Carisburg is a district, Carisburg is a county, and Carisburg
is also in Montserrat County.
It's in Montserrat County. But Carisburg has a superintendent. It is not a county, but it has a superintendent.
Carisburg, no, they got mayor.
They also have a superintendent.
What do you mean?
The president appoints a superintendent.
For Carisburg?
For Carisburg, yes.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
They appoint a city mayor for Carisburg.
They appoint a city
mayor.
The
superintendent is for Montserrat.
Carisburg has a superintendent. You can research it. Carisburg has a... So if you look at Carisburg...
I'm confused with that one.
Yeah. So in the book, I said that Carisburg, even though Carisburg is just a district, right? If you compare Carisburg with, for example, Plebo, Carisburg is enjoying more from the national budget than any other districts in the country. So the argument is to either make all the districts like Carisburg or take away that power. Carisburg has the water plant. Carisburg has corporation. How many districts has corporations and superintendents to help manage the district? None. If you go to, I think it's in
1 minute. Minister, you want to participate on the show? Oh, outside of the show, right? On the radio? Yeah. Okay. Minister, let's go ahead. This is Minister Francis Numande, the Minister of Local Government. Yeah.
Your guess is right.
Oh, really?
Kirisba is a statutory district with a statutory superintendent.
Oh, no. Okay, I didn't know that was the content. Okay, so it's a statutory. Okay, yeah. Across the country, they get statutory superintendent. Okay, thank you, Minister. Thank you. Okay, that was all right. I thought you were talking about superintendent like another county. Okay, no, so you were right. So it's a statutory district. It means it is a composition of 3 sub-districts headed by a statutory superintendent. Then they have district commissioners. Go ahead.
So those are some of the structures we have within the country that is making life difficult for people. Okay, the issue of electricity, this is something on everybody's mind. In the book, there's a proposal for that. In order for us to have electricity, I'm not talking about corporations or businesses, just individuals, right? Is to give at least individual electricity supply for a decade. Now, the way you get it funded is that, I will step back. Why we don't have electricity in this country consistently is because of the lack of money. It's not because we don't have people who can build it, but we don't have the money to fund electricity. So I propose in the book that you put a tax on electrical appliances that come into the country. You get a fixed tax on that. And everyone that builds a home in a district, once you build your home has the regulatory connections. Once it meets standard and your district qualifies that you build your house at the right place, you should be connected to electric grid because you already pay for electricity through the appliances you input in the country or you purchase. Now, there will be a separate account for that money. The money goes into that account, and every quarter you take that money, you give it to LEC, whether it is $100 million, whether it's $50 million, and LEC run less than $25 million a quarter. So you take that money and give it to LEC, and LEC just supply electricity. If you do that, you stabilize the electricity supply in this country for a long time. Only one country in the world that gave free electricity supply is Azerbaijan. So if you do that, you take Liberia away further than most African countries. I was in Uganda. Uganda has the same problem with electricity supply. It's not as bad as Liberia, but they also have a problem with electricity supply.
Well, I'd like to say thank you ever so much. We look forward to your book launch, and I will take your number, link you with Julius, and then I'll link you with a guy in France. It seems 2 of you have got similar ideas. Any final message before we go?
I think, as Liberians, we can do this. We can become unique. We can be a place where people want to come and live. People want to come and raise their children if we just put in the right ideas to get us to where we want to be.
Right ideas to get us to where we want to be. His name is Norotwa Bonua. He's written this book. 26 years in America. Are you coming back home anytime soon?
Yes, I want to come back.
Okay, let's take a break. The next time you hear it probably will be on Julius's show, The Conversation. I'm sure sometimes next week. Bye-bye. We come back 9 o'clock. Representative Smo Moluba will be here.
Somali, sama, sama, Somali, awamu. Somali, sama, sama, Somali, awamu. Somali, awamu. Somali, awamu. Somali, awamu. Somali, awamu. Somali, sama, sama, Somali, awamu. Somali, sama, sama, Somali, awamu. Na yempone habono konti, na bachamu wabo wa fonfwe, koblo na taba popo lebo. Na yempone hamon dre number. Somali, awamu. Somali, awamu. Somali, awamu. pone abono kunti na batiamu aboa fonfwe koblo na taba popolebo na yempone hamoyondu anamba yo samale awamu samale awamu samale awamu samale awamu samale sama sama samale awamu samale sama sama samale awamu.
Anybody who played football, listening to this song, they know exactly what the song is. When you beat the man and, you know, you're in a bus going back on base, and you're singing all these kinds of songs. Zamale wo, Zamale wo. Play o play o zamale o zamale zamale o zamale o zamale o zama 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 zamale o zamale na wabla o kokolo me. Say you move yo. Representative Small Molba is here. We'll take him very shortly. He may get football high, get basketball high. Lam say you can't kick it. Who is the speaker? This is in cool, you know. Oh man, I mean, I like this song. You know, when I'm down with the song, like I am with the Freedom Fighter song. I like this song. Coco Chia, thank you so much, big brother. I didn't know you were around, still around. The last time I saw him was at the Arms Commission when Maxwell Grisby was there. I don't know whether he's still there. But this is a nice song, you know. Okay. This is the OK Morning Rush right here on 99.5 OK FM. From the nation's capital, District Number 2 Representative Small Molba is our guest. He writes a lot, you know. When you check his Facebook page, he writes a lot about politics, governance, patriotism, and all kinds of things. Small, good morning, man. It's good to always have you. Last month you were here. The second day in the month of April, you're here again. It's always good to have you.
Yeah, good morning, Clarence. And I would like to say good morning to our listening audience. Yeah.
You play football? You're coming on?
You were on the field the last time, the Johnsonville Old Timer.
Yeah, we had a game. I love for the man.
We had a game with Curtisburg Old Timer, and I was the only goal scorer.
I saw you doing your thing, Ayuba. I saw you.
Yeah.
Last football game, when people on the field, they can let you score. Like the way you come in, I saw Senator Johnny Crazy play football all the better. But how is life? How is everything?
Well, I'm fine, and the people of District 3, we are doing well. Yeah.
Okay. Are you officially back? Have you called yourself? Are you waiting for the president to call you back? But are you officially back now?
No, not yet. I think the information out there is a rumor. We all wait for the head of the house, for leadership to come up to tell us whether we will come back. Because I think definitely we'll call ourselves. Yeah.
Okay. On the occasion of your break, what are you doing now? What are your activities?
It's just about going through the community, meeting because we just like the first week of our break, meeting those community leaders and looking at things that we think necessary that we could be able to touch within the district. And we're also looking at trying to open phase 3 of our TVEC program. Yeah, hopefully.
Fifth, stage 3 of your TVEC program.
Yeah, phase 3. Yeah.
It seems you have a, I don't know, but this could be my opinion. It seems you have a big district too.
I think it's
I'm not mistaken. It may not be some big, of your places from Sekou Canon. I think Sekou is bigger than yours.
Yeah, Sekou is bigger than ours.
By land space.
By land space. Yeah. But by the number, I think we have more, people than Sekou. Yeah.
Oh, okay, your number is high.
Yeah, that's
okay. That's good. That's good. Is there anything small you're doing in health in your district? Is there anything you have attracted in health? Are you contemplating in anything big in health?
The health issue we have one of the referral hospital, which is the Jean David Hospital, that we try in our own will to help and to push those policies that would better them. It's a way the first shot of the budget is gone and we try meeting with some of those stakeholders as it relates to the Ways and Means Committee to see how best we can at least push the budget of Jean David. But we've been with them trying to help in our own weak way, yeah.
Oh, okay. So JDJ is actually in your district.
Yeah, in my district.
Is it the only big hospital?
We also have the Puebla Clinic that is doing well too, and they will also need our support. We have not been there yet, but we will try to see how we can go there within the tenure we have for our break. Yeah.
Okay. What is this? I don't know what I should say. It's a rumor, but at some point it's not a rumor anymore but I don't know what came out, whether it was something on, but then you have not come back yet. Then we see something surface that resembles, how do you call it thing, agenda items from the House of Representatives. That thing that was on Facebook, was it actually from the House? It was from leadership meeting or what?
You have to be direct, Clarence. This is national issue. You have to be direct.
We saw a list of things. And then one of the agenda items there was discussion for either the expulsion or suspension of Yeke Koluba. But you are on break. That's why I'm confused. I don't know whether it's authentic.
Yeah, it's authentic when it comes to leadership. But leadership cannot decide. It have to go to plenary because plenary is the August body. They have to come up with a decision governing that. But we sent in all of our requests to the leadership with the issue of the statement from Yeke. There were 2 statements from Yeke that breached the Constitution because remember now in Article 31 of our Constitution, we are elected official. We took oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. We also took oath to preserve and protect the territorial integrity of our country. And we should be people of good conduct. We should be people that will be consistent as it relates to dignity of the House. So what Yeke did as it relates to those statements, I think is where we said, no, we have to draw a line and give space a space. Yeah.
So you wrote.
Yeah, I did that.
You did an official communication.
Yeah, to plenary.
To plenary.
Yeah, and
just in case you guys return.
Yeah. Okay. But also plenary also received more than 7 communications.
Okay, let's focus on yours.
Yeah.
What's in that communication? What does it seek to do? What are the complaints? What are your issues?
All right. First of all, as a public servant, a lawmaker, you are to behave in a way decent. When you look at our standing order, Rule 31, what we saw that there was a violation of duty, there was a violation of misconduct of office, there was a violation of oath of office, and there was a issue as it relates to those treasonous acts, as it relates to the Constitution, Article 76 of our Constitution, right? I would just not like to say he committed because I'm not the one to just claim that, but there is an act because when you talk about any violence in Article 76, and especially our Penal Code 11.1, when you aid violence, anything relating to violence or war, When it is aided by you, it means you support it and you help towards it, right? We had an issue that happened to do with our border, both Guinea and us. So Guinea took a part of our land that they claim to hold on to, right? And in the presence of diplomacy, right, where you try to form resolution, conflict resolution, in the presence of dispute, conflict resolution, you have to give space a space. For a first branch of government, one of those from the first branch of government, the member, to come out and say that the land belongs to Guinea, right, is against Article 76 of our Constitution. You are aiding violence, you are aiding conflict. So when you do that, we have to create a checkpoint, right? And mind you, there are penalty towards that. There are penalty towards that. Anything that is treasonous, there is a penalty towards it. So we came out to tell Yeke. The first thing we did was to tell Yeke, you have to apologize to the Liberian people for the statement made. And Yeke said that if he go about that, the front of his should turn to the back. So because of that, we said no. I think we have to place in our request to make sure two things. Yeke be suspended for 6 months without pay, or expulsion per our law. Yeah.
Article 76, you said?
Yeah, Article 76.
Okay, so we'll go there, right?
Yeah.
Definition of treason.
Yeah.
A. Treason against the Republic shall consist of leveling war against the Republic, aligning oneself with, or aiding and abetting another nation or people.
Thank you.
With whom Liberia is at war or in a state of war. Acts of espionage for an enemy state. Attempting by overt act to overthrow the government, rebellion against the Republic, insurrection and mutiny, and abrogating or attempting to abrogate, abrogating or attempting to abrogate, subverting or attempting or conspiring to subvert.
Thank you.
The Constitution by use of force or show of force or any other means which attempts to undermine this Constitution. Yeke says the land in question belongs to Guinea. Any other person, any of you two can say the land in question doesn't belong to Guinea. How is that a violation of the Constitution to the extent that you think he has committed one of these things?
Article 31 says, as lawmaker, we take oath to protect the sovereignty of the state. Likewise, to protect the Constitution. As a lawmaker. If you make a statement saying that the land belongs to Guinea, wherein Liberia also have a claim the land belongs to Liberia, there is confusion. Remember now, Guinea took not just their immigration officer, not just the police, they took armed men on our land, the military. That's confrontation. So if you, as a first member of the first branch of government, can come up to say that the land is for Guinea, it means that, right, you are not supporting Article 31, the oath which you took. And two to that, you are creating conflict. You are supporting one side. Because you say aiding, A-I-D-I-N-G, aiding. You are helping one side. And you have the Constitution to protect. You have your sovereignty to protect. And as a lawmaker, first citizen, you should be protecting your sovereignty, not another country, giving support to another country. So there where Yeke breached. Another portion of that, he went on to say that he's a friend to Domoya, the president of Guinea, that have already sent the military to our border.
Is Liberia at war with Guinea?
We are not at war. We are not at war, but there is a dispute.
But President Bouaka is a friend of the president of Guinea.
Remember now, a dispute can align itself into a war when not being taken care of. So as a fresh branch of government, a member, to come up and make that statement a claim, it shows that, you know what happened in Guinea? There were people who celebrating. They were celebrating in Guinea because a statement was made from a lawmaker. And remember, not just an ordinary lawmaker, a lawmaker who have been the center of attraction.
Now, but most of the time, and I'll take it out of Liberia a little bit.
Yeah.
Most of the time, we follow America and its politics, and most of the time, we interpret. Every time we say, "Oh, America, America," there are certain Republican senators who are condemning Trump for the war in Iran. They believe that America, the war is illegal and blah blah blah. Should the system go against that kind of senator because he's speaking up?
So speaking of what, your thing is the issue of freedom of speech. But even the issue of freedom of speech, right, is not absolute. It means that is not totally free.
It comes with responsibility.
It comes with responsibility. You cannot speak or defame one's character, another person's character. But you cannot cross your boundary into another person's liberty.
But Yeke is not calling for a declaration of war on Guinea, or Guinea should declare war on Liberia. Secondly,
so what he did,
to say I am a friend of the president of Guinea. How is that implicating Liberia and Guinea to go into anything?
No, I'm not saying implicating. Remember now, I consider it to be conflict of interest. What makes a conflict of interest is this. In Article 34B, right, the House of Legislature have the authority to pronounce war and inform the executive to take action. So being part of the House of Legislature to come up and say the president is your friend, you have aligned yourself with Guinea. That's conflict of interest.
Okay, let me
ask
you the other question.
You want to go on the other side? Ask the other question.
Let me tell the other side.
Yeah.
If we never had this Guinea issue with Liberia,
yeah,
would you have had problem with Yeke saying the president of Guinea is his friend?
So, without the issue, and you have a friendship, it's in tenor. There's no dispute, right? There's no conflict resolution to mitigate. So with that, we are going through a process, systematic process, right? And those systematic process involve mediation. So in the process of mediation, to come out, there is it have been identified there is a conflict, there's a dispute. So to come up and say this person, right, ruthlessly, recklessly, to say this person is my friend, then you are a legislative spoiler. I call that.
Why
legislative spoiler.
Why if Yeke wanted to use his friendship with Domoya to intervene?
He could have used a friendship a long time ago.
If he wanted to do it now.
Yeah, to intervene, remember now, you are a lawmaker. This part, the oath that you took, right? You are a lawmaker. And our house have its own rule to mitigate. Just be quiet, restrain. You can do mitigation through restraining yourself and be very slow with it. But not to go outside making reckless statement. When you make reckless statement, you create perceptions, right? Perception and misconception. Misconception in Guinea. People sitting in Guinea now have a thought that, oh yeah, the land is ours. Perception in Liberia that create fear and panic.
And you think your letter will go anywhere further?
The letter it went through a resolution. With the resolution, I can tell you we have people who have already signed.
Oh, you signed the resolution now?
Relax.
To do what now?
Remember now.
But you're not getting due process?
I come in. You can have a resolution and you still go through due process.
Okay.
But mind you, due process, let's look at the weight of
the... But if you have a resolution ahead of due process, will it not prejudice? Because if you have a due process, in the legislature, for example, you function through committees. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So that kind of investigation, maybe the speaker will form a specialized committee, or they will send him to judiciary. So if you have people already signing, it's like you're already convicting the man before.
So is resolution not a due process? It's not a transparent way towards due process. Because the thing is that, look at it two ways. When you have a resolution, it means police have seen the weight of the case. Nobody will go sign against you knowing that you are right? They sign against you knowing that you are wrong. But if you have a due process, there will be a due process. I'm not denying due process. If you have a due process on the floor where you take vote, you think who will go and vote for Yeke? People are afraid. And there's a tendency there. Or when I support this, there will be a precedent set. I want you to get that. There will be a precedent set against the House of Representatives where another person will do similar thing and they will be removed the same way. I'm not looking at the precedent set. Let's look at the both precedent. Are you trying to set a precedent for our country, the young people? Because if you say Yeke should go about with those reckless statements, just abusing, right, creating conflict, where you have treason and you just overshadow it, place it on the carpet, you are setting precedent for our nation.
Does this thing amount to treason small? Let's be careful a little bit. Does it amount to treason? The law says exactly what treason is.
When you aid violence, what is it?
You tell us, but the
provision. No, you read it. You read the provision.
This provision.
You read the provision.
You want us to go back there?
Yeah, go back there.
Let's go back there.
Yeah.
Let's go back there. Now, but
I can even help you.
So the,
right?
no,
the first part of it, they said levering war.
So the other thing is, if I'm getting you right, what you will call due process would just be legislative filibustering. You have decided already that Yeke is square on wrong, so you sign a resolution to remove this guy. Once upon a time, you were also talking about precedent. You remember when the issue about the Fonantic over, you said, even though I'm with these guys, but precedent will live on.
Yeah,
you think you want to set this kinds of precedent whereby when lawmakers in the future make some steps, because
you will not understand the issue of the formulation of resolution. Resolution goes along with signature. There have been a case. There have been an issue, right? So people who have gone through this issue, who know that it is wrong, I want you to understand this. Due process go along with a setting trial to get information out, investigation. But for this one, right, it's against the Constitution.
How many presidents have signed the resolution? What do you know?
I don't know how many presidents have signed the resolution.
Have you
signed? But I'm telling you, I did place a resolution on the floor. It's on the floor for signing. I did place a resolution.
On what floor now? You're on break.
Come on. It with leadership. Okay. The resolution is with leadership. So leadership have the authority now to introduce the resolution during plenary, right? So when it is time for plenary, when we are called back, right, people who support the idea of, against this reckless way of talking, against people who talk against the nation, against people who speak against the sovereignty of the state, right? People with reason, lawmaker with reason. I'm not forcing any lawmaker to go and sign paper. No, I'm not forcing my colleagues. But what I'm saying, we have to create a set space, We have to create a checkpoint, right? A barricade that will stop all the lawmakers from behaving this way to their own nation. Remember, our interest should be patriotic, right? And it should be national something. It should be things that we feel of our own interest, or because of the legislature, we are protecting the image of the legislature to make sure that there is a precedent that no lawmaker can remove from the House. No, it shouldn't be that way.
What do you say to other Liberians who say, if anybody thinks Yeke has made any statement that is counterproductive to the survival of the state, he can be called by the police, he can be called by the national security infrastructure to answer questions. It doesn't require legislative expulsion.
Let me tell you, the House has a rule. If you are sitting in a class, maybe in one of these high school, 12th grade, you have your own rule that govern the class. So if you have someone who went against the rule, the rudimentary of the House, they should be dealt with by the standard rule of the House. So we have our standard rule, we have rule and order. Our first thing was to introduce this request to the Committee on Rule and Order. Rule and Order have all of our requests, right? And they can work towards it. When plenary come, when we appear together as an august body, then our rule and order can take those actions, right? So I can tell you, there are rules set, and we have to be governed. If we are not governed, we will continue doing these things that will serve as an example to other young people. I think you need a country, you need a house that will show that reflection of dignity. You won't have a house where anybody can just go loosely on the radio and speak. So if you do that, I can also go on the radio and talk, right? Then we say the law is the law, but the law should hold people accountable for what they say out. That's the thing.
So the law should hold people
accountable for what they say out.
And I agree with you. So why is the law not holding Yeke? Why are you concentrating on expulsion other than Yeke being invited by law enforcement agencies to answer the questions?
So what makes the law? The law form part of the rule of the House. So we have our own standard rule, and the standard rule is also part of the law. So if the leadership of the House implement those rules, if the plenary of the House, the body of the august body of the House, implement those rules against Yeke, then it is it. You cannot change it. But the rule should be should hold people accountable for statements they make out. That's what I'm saying. So you cannot change the rule. Despite even the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, they are part of the Constitution that was breached. Article 31, as I said, right? Article 31 was breached by Yeke. We took oath to protect our Constitution, right? We took oath to uphold our Constitution. We took oath to preserve our sovereignty. But to have somebody just coming on loosely, right? To be a legislative polar, to just say things because they want glory. I think we need to put an end to it, right? For a better governance.
You want the legislature to restrict how each of you members speak?
So what we have leadership. What we have rule and order.
You would have infringed on people's rights.
Administratively, you have rule and order. We set our own rules. Not us alone. Lawmakers set their own rule that by right should govern them. So if you breach the rule, if you breach your own office, the rule of your own office, you should be held accountable for it.
Okay, Representative Small Molba of Montserrado County District Number 2 is our guest this morning. He's the writer of the communication seeking to expel or suspend or investigate. But he said...
Let me give you one example quickly before you go through your reading. In September 2024, the agriculture minister, do your own research, of Ghana, he was removed from office. He was removed from office by making reckless statement against the sovereignty of the Ghanaian government, against the state.
What does the Ghanaian constitution say about that? We first have to know the laws in different countries. What is applicable to Ghana may necessarily not be the same here.
No, I come in. We have people that sign the African chapter of people right. We know them. All of those countries that sign, right? 1986. Even the International Convention of Civil Right or Political Right, right? It was signed in 2004. And we know those countries that signed it. So if you form part of those countries that signed the agreement, quote unquote, the issue of freedom of speech is not been totally absoluted, right? There are signs that you can just be free with your words, right? Opinion. You cannot cross the boundary of another person. There are areas that you have to stop. And another thing, the freedom of speech, your own personal opinion cannot go against the law of your own country, the law of the states. So if you speak and they are part of the Constitution that you breach through your utterances, you should be held accountable for what you say.
Representative, when do you know you guys are returning, by the way, if there's any such discussion in your chat room?
I'm not informed yet. We will return in a time. I'm not worried about when we return because the president, we are trying to set precedent in this country as it relates to just loud speaking out, speaking out things that are irrelevant to the productivity of this country. So our thing is that whenever we go back there, I'm sure that what we have on the floor will prevail. That's it. My worry is not when we go. My worry is...
You're sounding too optimistic. It seems you've been having a lot of meetings.
Meeting where?
But the way you're sounding...
No. We just want to change the issue that relating to governance of this country, right? Where people can just get... And let me just say this.
Don't you think there are more governance issues in the country that you should be contemplating on than somebody just making one statement and you want the person expelled?
Yeah, but you know what happened with regular statement? You think when people make regular statement against your country, you think investors will come here? No. You deny investors. You deny investment. You think when people make reckless statement, then it means that there won't be some embarrassment as it relates to development? There will be embarrassment. Because the thing here is that you need support from outside. We cannot do all alone. We need people to come in. We need people to invest in all sectors. But when you have people who create fear in people out there who want to invest, as the government going out to negotiate, as the government going out to sell Liberia, to make sure that people come in, to build, to say good things about Liberia, you also have people on the social media who say evil things about this country. When you say evil things, you create fear and panic among investors. So we need to stop these things. If we can stop these things, then I can tell you there will be an assurance of a brighter star at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.
Okay, Smo, let's take some calls as soon as now, because I know a lot of people will want to be a part. If you are a member of the House of Representatives or the legislature, you want to call, you can call 0777 464050. That number is only for members of the legislature. Yeke, if you're listening, you want to call, you got my number. You can call 0777 464050. Any member of the legislature who wants to call, maybe you disagree with Smo's argument. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, Clarence.
I said good morning.
Hello, Clarence. My name is Henry M. Gray, and I joined the conversation from Rennie Sin. You know, I'm a member of the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau. Clarence, first here is, let me say good morning to Honorable Isidro. Clarence, the Orthodox and the comment from Representative Cordova, I think it has a propensity of chaos. And the chaotic part here is, by you consenting, and you know at about this time we are in conflict with Guinea, are you consenting to such ideas that Guinea is the owner of the land? In fact, Bagase have admitted that God is making new lands, so Guinea should take over their land. I think it sounds chaotic.
So if somebody say the land is for Guinea, is that a crime against the state? I don't understand that one. Okay, thank you. You're not coming. I wanted to hear from you. What when somebody say the land is for Guinea, is that a crime against the state? How? Hello?
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, sir.
The name remain Gossin. I call from North Dakota.
Gossin.
You know, I money on the Yeke issue because our own money we made that tend to go right on our hand. And the truth of the matter is, even if it is not constitutional, but Clarence, there are situations they did not take it like on a brotherly level. Guinea took it very seriously. So a lawmaker is sitting.
Oh, I'm sorry. This number is not for local call. I beg you. Yeah, go ahead, Gossin.
Yeah, I think it's implied. Let's read the Constitution, but let's look at the statement he made. Man, the government. Because your government cannot be negotiating on the other hand for peace, then you a ranking member, a government official.
Okay, thank you. I beg you, man. They line 0555 026995. It's not a local call number. Please. Hello? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson. How you doing?
I'm good.
This is Fred Soto. I'm calling from the U.S.
Okay, Fred. Let's hear you, Freddie.
Yeah, I mean, I keep hearing people having different opinions and taking different stand against Yeke. You know, we're running a democratic government. I think Yeke has the full right, even as a representative, to call a press conference and say that the land is for Guinea based on the evidence he has or the cornerstone displayed by Guinea that this is our land. I mean, this thing should have been done long ago. When we have independence, when Guinea had independence, we should have done resurvey so that we can relocate the cornerstones, because having the cornerstone within Liberia border, having another cornerstone within Guinea or Africa border and claiming that this is for Africa, it doesn't really make sense. So Yeke has the full right to have a press conference to take stand. You see in America, the war will fight, America fighting with Iran. A lot of Democrat lawmakers, even some Republican lawmakers disagree. They say Iran is not a threat. Iran cannot reach America's mainland. So Iran is not a threat. Trump was wrong for attacking or launching war against Iran. There's nobody impeaching anybody or expelling anybody for that. Which part of the Constitution that the House going to rely on to expel Yeke by saying all the land belongs to Guinea? Or
Smoke's relying his relying is Articles 34 and 72. I think so.
No. The reliance on Article. I come in one. Yeah, let me just run away. Article 31, Article 76, Article 44, Article 38.
Okay, he relying on constitutional provisions that talks about
House Rule 15.
Go ahead, Fred.
There are so many of it.
So these articles you quote them, Yeke statement alone, they're not incite anybody. They're not bring foreign military. Look, I think Sumo should be looking at the president. The first commitment or the oath of office, the first oath the president takes is to protect Liberia and our territorial boundaries. If you have foreign military occupying our land, you still claim that the land is for Liberia. The president should have deployed the military immediately. This is what we pay the airmail for. This is what they took off for. But you cannot have the airmail in the barrier and you say you dip. So what we are at war right now is if foreign military should occupy your land, you either remove them by force or by deployment. But the president is not deploying. The president is using what they call diplomatic means. And these people are not leaving. People are losing their farm. People are losing their homes, their activities. And you still doing diplomatic and you're behind your guy who just said, oh, the land for Guinea based on the cornerstone. Myself has determined that the land is for Guinea because of the cornerstone.
Okay. Thank you, Fred. Let's hear you. Hello? Hello? Good morning there. Are you there? The other line. Hello? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, people, Clarence, and good morning to the honorable man in studio.
Yeah.
This is Moses Charles Kekula. I'm calling you from my brother resident this morning.
Yeah.
And I do hear some people comparing lawmakers of Liberia and lawmakers of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And we should first know that they have something that is applying in America that is not applying in Liberia.
What is that?
Example, some laws they make, like gay and other things that are applying that is working in America.
No, I think the other context they're speaking in context. I think the other context is freedom of expression and the right to be heard.
Yeah, but we are different. We are African. We have some bound, and so we should not compare these things, this freedom of speech, to that extent.
Okay, Chief. Is this a lawmaker? Hello? Hello, yeah? Hello?
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning.
I'm not a lawmaker, but I serve as chief of office staff in the legislature in the past regime.
I'm sorry, sir. I say I want lawmakers to call that number. Hello?
Good morning, Clarence.
Yeah?
And good morning to the many listeners following the broadcast.
Yeah.
I'm Terry Somanimlen, and I joined the conversations from the headquarters of the Virgin Bureau this morning.
Yeah, Nimlen.
And I follow Smooth, and it sounds deceptive and hypocritical on the part of Smooth for calling for the expulsion of the police statement being made by Yeke Koriba. I think Smooth, Moriba, and the rest of the other who are in the legislature should be more concerned of some truly national issue. The legislature itself, honorable who are always been reckless in terms of the proceeding and how they take things in this country. Coming to the statement of Yeke was very clear in his reference of the statement that if the land belongs to Guinea, that the land should be given back to Guinea. And he was not insulting national security and in the people. That's what he's saying, that he's writing a resolution, finding a resolution, a purported resolution that is sponsored by the executive, and Small is the implementer of that resolution. I think Small should be more concerned of issues that is within a district and the regular legislature on which is school. Thank you.
No, but if something is deemed affecting the country, he should be concerned too. He's a lawmaker. Hello? Good morning. Yeah?
My name is John Kegula, calling you from Philly.
Philadelphia. All right, John.
Yeah, Clarence, I'm seriously disappointed in Sumo Moluba. I'm disappointed in Sumo Moluba because today, Sumo Moluba wants to be known by the speaker. That's why he's doing it to Yeke. Because Sumo, what's about the predatory to the president? The statement Yeke made, he made the same statement. Why are they not going after her instead on the Yeke?
I was trying to pull all that release, but not getting it. Where the executive mansion said the land claimed to be.
So look at the word claim. Look at the word claim.
Right.
A section. Right. Look at the word claim.
No, wait.
Go and do your research. Go look at the word claim.
Just protect my callers, representative.
No, wait, your caller should take down with words now.
The speaker says they were firstly sidelined after majority.
Okay, thank you. Thank you there. Let's take a few more calls and come back. Thank you. We'll take a few more calls from right here. Hello?
Good morning, Clarence.
Yeah.
Let me say good morning to the Honorable Man in studio.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Tracy Yuma, Assistant Secretary General of the Evergreen Intellectual Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
Clarence.
We call Evergreen now.
Evergreen.
That group name?
Okay.
Okay.
That's the
No, I just want.
of the Unity Party.
Oh, that United Party. Oh, because he say the way he say.
Intervention bill.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, let me say this. Honorable Cordova took oath to defend the senators of this nation. So coming up publicly to pronounce that the land in question belongs to the Republic of Guinea, that alone raises serious concern. So Honorable Sumo is right for the resolution, and I want to say hats up to Honorable Sumo.
When you say he took oath to protect, when you say he took oath to protect, I come in now, Chief. When you say he took oath to protect your particular word, the sanity of the nation.
Of this nation.
During the regime of President Weah, Yeke spoke tough. Was he still trying to protect the sanity?
Now let's get this straight, Clarence.
Mm-hmm.
During the past regime, all of what Yeke is doing now, right? Yeke never did those things. Yeke insulted, we agree, but Yeke never went to the extent.
No, what, beg you. Yeke didn't stand on Kaya to challenge. Boss man, Yeke didn't stand on Kaya with his bare foot to challenge. My man, listen, but all yeah, why you want to make it look like Yeke didn't stand on Kaya to challenge a certain police 102, yeah, and it was not easy, yeah?
Clarence. Yeke never went to the extent that he has gone today.
For example, what extent now?
The statement that was made by Honorable Cordova of recent, that alone threatened the peace of this nation.
Okay, thank you. We're not taking any more calls. Let's come to Representative Smoke. But before we come to you said we should define claim, right?
Yeah.
Claim is a state of asset that something is the case. When you say something is the case, it means you're not sure. I'm not sure.
No.
I come in. You tell your own. State of asset that something is the case. When you say something is the case, in my opinion, therefore, yeah, you think for small boy, it's not a case. I think for small boy, the way I see it, I think for small. Typically, without providing evidence or proof, yeah, you claim. They think I think for me, but no, I'm not sure. No proof to prove that it's for you. You know. So when the executive management statement say claim, other people are interpreting it to mean that the man should not even show what are the place for Liberia.
It's a Liberia claim.
Yeah, Liberia
claimed
mm-hmm.
in the past tense.
Mm-hmm.
Claim of ownership. Claim can be in different contexts. Claim of ownership show a section of truth. It also demanding right. You're right. It's mine.
No.
This place is mine.
No, that was not the contest on the match.
Look at it. No, look at it.
But that
claim.
That
Liberia claim.
No, but no. That not the context
I
of the
read
statement.
it so many times.
To claim, yeah, it's in context. It's in context.
Ah.
But the context of the statement was claim.
You can claim to a property. You can claim to an ownership. You can claim, right, to an object. And when you get that, so there is
somebody send me that Marshall statement.
There is different context.
Somebody send me now. So you when you say the phone,
I knew you were going to go there.
When you say the phone,
I was prepared for us to go there.
When you say the phone as small is claiming. It means you're not sure. Small say the phone for him. No, I come in.
That small is claiming is different from small claim.
No, I come in.
Oh, come on.
I come in. The phone as small is claiming. Meaning small is saying the phone for him, but I'm not sure.
Read the
because
context
no
of
proof.
Read the context of the text. Read it, please.
Which text now?
Let me see how I can help you. Here is it.
Send me the statement. Send me the whole statement. Send me the whole statement.
Oh, she's sending the whole statement.
Yeah, please, Small, send it to me.
Oh, you see, before I come to see, I can be prepared, my brother.
Send it to me, Chief. You prepare. Let me send you hard. So you send it to me.
Send me halfway.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it already.
Clarence, you got it now. I send it to you.
No, I don't. Maybe
you
you'll
have
read.
it.
All right, yeah. Let's go to the statement.
Yeah, let's go to it.
Let's go to the statement. Let's read the statement. Okay. Let's go to the statement. Executive Marshal. President Joseph Yuma Boakai departed the country this morning for Conakry, Republic of Guinea, where he will participate in a high-level meeting aimed at addressing escalating tensions along the Liberia-Guinea border in Lofa County. The meeting will bring together President Boakai, Guinean leader Mamadi Doumbouya, and the President of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, as regional leaders engage in dialogue to erase tensions and reinforce peaceful border management within the Minor River Union. Recent incidents in the Slumber area of Foya District, Lofa County, have raised the concern among residents and local authorities following reports of confrontations between Guinean soldiers and Liberian civilians near the border.
Yes,
Local sources indicated that tensions intensified after Guinean troops crossed into territory claimed.
A session of truth.
Coming, Chief. Guinean soldier crossed into territory claimed by Liberia near Slumber, a border community in Lofa County. A territory claimed by Liberia.
Yeah.
A territory that Liberia...
It extended to say a border community in Lofa County. So claim show a session of truth and Liberia demanded her right. That's it. Liberia demanded her right.
Small.
Like English.
Small.
Like English.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Man, I didn't speak Basel in school.
Yeah.
Local sources...
I didn't deal
local sources indicated that tensions intensified after Guinean troops crossed into territory claimed by Liberia. Now, Liberia is
complete.
Territory claimed by Liberia near Solomon, a border community.
A border community in Lofa County.
Territory claimed by Liberia, meaning
it's in the circumference of Lofa County.
The tension came about as a result of a land Liberia
you try to interpret your own way.
No,
but English, grammar, right? We are referring to ownership, a session of truth.
No, but
Liberia claim.
That the ownership we're talking about here.
What the ownership
Liberia claim, the land Liberia claim, meaning the land we say for us. So when you say not for all, that they play the confusion coming from the while statement saying the land we say for us.
The land you say for but it's for you. That's why
no,
they extended it to say in Lofa County the border.
Wait. And I say the land are for us. We're looking at the statement. The statement said the land claimed by Liberia. The land Liberia say for us.
So the land claimed by Liberia is a section of truth.
But Guinea say enough for us.
And Liberia demanding her right.
Well, anyway, I don't want us to do a dialogue on it, but let's take few more calls.
All right.
Let's take few more calls. 07777009995. Let's take this one. Hello?
Yeah, how you doing, my dear brother?
I'm good. And you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm following the conversation from Brooklyn, Ohio.
Okay, let's hear you, man.
Yeah, let me make some quick point, brother. Or let's see, let us be real in this country, I can recall the information minister putting the citizen at risk, telling them that if they have to say anything negative about the Guinea situation, they should go to the front line and go fight. Have the host ever called that minister to ask him why he got to send the reckless statement to the citizen? I can also recall before the election, the current president said if the election don't go away, he will wipe away Liberia. There will be no more Liberia. Up to now, and the fully remain into power. Have they ever called the president to ask him why he made such a statement? And you talking about Yeke? Look, just to start talking in that country, man. Now, look at young men getting state power. Now you're joking in that country. That Yeke you want to follow? There are serious issues on the ground. The very important issue on the ground for them to talk about it. You don't see about it. That Yeke you want to follow?
Intender, nice tender.
Some money, so you want to do something. That's why you're doing all the things.
Okay, thank you.
Nice
Let me just take a final call. Interesting conversation. Let me take a final call. Hello?
Hello, Clarence?
Yes, sir.
I'm Eric.
Yeah?
From Mama Point.
Yeah?
Oh, sorry. It seems to be no disrespect to our studio guests or you there or anything to the Liberian people, but I would like to say a nonsense will always remain a nonsense, even if it's spoken by famous scientists or lawmakers. Like what you were saying, you made emphasis on it. There was a time in this country that Yeke went as far by attacking former presidents, on a real or the former cases like on issues like telling the president, I will kill the president, I will kill Jawia, I will do this one. It wasn't a threat to the state. Wasn't that a threat to the state? But now why is it that Yeke saying things like, oh, this land is owned by Guinea, now it becomes threat. And just recently was in, he had the right, just recently March, Ellen Johnson said he was given the platform to talk about amending the Article 27B when we had issues like this going on. Nobody thought that to be reckless.
Okay. Thank you. Let me get to the final one from here, man. Then we'll go to Smo to conclude. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. I hope your network will permit you. Yeah, you're alive.
Thank you, Clarence. My name is Chris Menko here, and I join you from Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay.
Let me say good morning to Honorable Smo.
Good morning.
Clarence, I think it should be.
Hey, man. Your network. Come back there again. Your network.
Hello, are you getting me now?
You're better. Yeah.
Okay. I start saying, I think there should be we know over time the care of agitated and lots of things against the country, against its fellow Liberians. But I think there should be a call of point. Yeke Koluba is a word. These are some of the things that cause shock in country, that cause conflict. Now we are in conflict with Guinea ready now for a piece of land. Safe country defending their territorial integrity. So for Yeke Koluba to just go and say they belong to Guinea, why in case the people of Guinea decide not to live on the south or like period? Is there how we're going to live? It's not a good thing. There should be a drastic action taken here in representing Yeke Koluba.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Let's go finally. Representative Moluba, let's hear you.
All right.
Good exchange.
Yeah, I'll listen to all of the caller. Let me just stress this point out. The first thing what we are trying to do here is to set a barricade to checkmate things that will hamper our generation, and to avoid things that we deem not necessary, especially in the house, according to our own job that we were offered through Article 31, through an oath. But I would say this, I listen to a lot of people talking about Yeke abuse other people. Remember now, I'm not talking about those internal things. Yeke abuse people is Yeke to individual. Yeke to people. Yeke to political party is quite different from Yeke outside of Liberia, outside of our boundary. I think if it's a standard, that's where my issue come into play, right?
So you get problem with internal, all the things you can say, right?
Remember now, propaganda and other things, they are all just unique part of our freedom of speech. But your freedom of speech got boundary. You cannot defame other character as I quoted. But then when it comes to those issues outside that govern our sovereignty, is where my concern is. We should be very careful as lawmakers how we go about it. As individual lawmaker, we should be restrained from saying things that we try to escalate the situation, then to de-escalate. So I think our thing should be to de-escalate the situation, to leave this with the executive, let it do what they can do. But my thing to Yeke is this: when you are heard by the Constitution, when you are booked by the Constitution, it should go into play. And this is what I'm doing. I'm making sure that not just today, it could be me. If I'm booked by the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, I should be expelled from office. I should be removed from office the same way, right? So that we can have a responsible branch of government.
But the man even remove it. There are signs that he may not even be removed, sir.
You sure, eh? And you member of the house now, Jackson. You member of the house.
So yeah, but you gotta we show you get a due process. Due process is the process that hears before he condemns.
One way,
you gotta hear
Yeke is my own colleague. One way, Yeke he have to apologize even when not removed. Yeke have to apologize and go through his 6-month suspension.
You can demand. But you
have to go through his 6-month suspension.
You prejudicing the whole thing. You already now say the man should go through 6 months. That prejudice. The man even appear before
we have suspension. And we have explosion, right? And my thing is, I'm the one, the proponent. So I'm telling you
So
what
all you
we
want the man should say, I apologize
to the
Liberian people for
and
my
I
statement.
apologize to the house.
To the house.
Right?
Then you let him go.
Then he go for his punishment, 6 months. After the 6 months, Yeke can be a lawmaker. But without that, I won't feel satisfied. Yeah.
But it's not about your satisfaction.
It's about the people of Liberia. When I'm not satisfied, the thing is that I'm seeking that patriotic umbrella, right? If we can push that so that tomorrow we can hold people accountable. Tomorrow anybody will come and be loose, and we'll still have issue.
We'll be watching all of you in there. You're not getting thing alone. When you say some kind of thing,
the day
will expel you.
The day you see me, I go contrary to the house rule. They should expel me. And I will go.
I understand people about 30,000 person raising senator in Yeke district to ensure that he doesn't get expelled. A vote of confidence in him. How you manage?
If that's what the people want.
Your voice is the people. What you do?
Oh, let the people go. We take the 1,000 signature. They ain't mean what the people say. We support it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking leave, man. My usual weekend break. I'll be back here on Monday. There's a guy in the U.S., Bob Saki. He talks a lot about how people can carry people in America, how he managed. I want to reach out to him next week for 30 minutes to talk to him. I just want him to tell me some things about himself, and I will talk to that guy. You know, I just want to interact with him. Like I said, we can't be serious all the time. Bob Saki, watch up for me. I will reach out to that guy next week. You know, I'll reach out to him. Thanks for blessing Rejoice Nimble, man, for everything. You know, I listen to this, I'm thinking about great footballers. The late James Debbie, Joshua Cato, Josefu Kamara, Jeremy Jastana. You know, those were big brothers who play football for the New Testament after high school. People like the late Ernest Cooper for Enforcer, the late Richard Salibia. Our eyes go open to these guys, man. Bye-bye, man. I'll be here on Monday, yeah?